right next to the
next
phone.
to the phone.
Yeah.
Gate 1, Gate 2, Gate 3.
Gate 1, Gate 2, Gate 3, 911
Right.
up top.
Yeah, right.
You know, maybe.
So he's like, I don't know the number. And I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. So then I have to call Joe's phone. And I could hear Joe talking to the guy. And Joe's like, Michael's on the phone. And he goes, he has to call here. And I go, give me the phone number. And he goes, I don't know the phone number. You don't know your own gate phone number. And how am I supposed to call?
Yeah.
So then he goes, and so I go, Joe, I go, just give him the phone. So he gives him the phone, and he's like, he's not. I go, he's on my permanent list. He goes, he's not on the list. I go, okay. In that's the first error right there. Joe usually rides with Spanish. I'm gonna double check, but maybe he wasn't on the list because of being in the car with Spanish. But I know all of you are on the list. So then he gives the phone. He's got the phone, and he's like, he's not on the list. I go, okay, and I go, well, let him in. I'm talking to you now, and he goes, you have to call the gate. I go, how am I going to call the guard gate if you don't have the phone number? And he's like, yeah. I go, why don't you hang up and call me? And he goes, well, whose number is this? I go, that's my wife. He goes, I just called and some guy answered.
Yeah.
I go, my wife's sitting in the living room right now, drinking coffee, playing with the dogs. And he's like, and what about the other number? I go, that's my number. I go, call me on that number. And he's like, okay. And then he called back. I'm like, hello. He goes, Rebel One Guard Gate.
Oh my God!
I got you. Look, he was very helpful. He's just got to do what he's got to do. But it's just confusing.
So is Joe on the list or not?
He was nice enough to put you on the list, Joe.
I appreciate that. He was
Oh, so he was not on the list.
Not on the list.
Well, no.
Not on the list.
According,
No, Pep.
yeah, according to them.
According to them, I know that all of you are on the list. None of you have ever had a problem getting in before, right?
No.
Well,
No.
except when there's like a new guard. And they go.
Well, that was way back, and there was
Right.
a guy that was an old guy that I came like it was like 8 days in a row, and then on the 9th day he goes, "Who are you?"
Yes.
And I go, "Who am I?"
Yeah.
I'm the guy who was here the last 8 days.
I got to tell you, I don't even know if I'm on the list. They don't check my ID.
Carmen, you are 100% on the list.
I know, but I'm saying I come there once a month, and there's one guy and I go to the back gate, and he's like high Spanish because he kind of looks like Spanish a little bit, and he always just lets me in. And occasionally there's some random person there, and they're like, "Hi," and I'm like, "I'm here for the Caltas," and they're like, "All right, go ahead." And they don't check my ID, and they just let me in. I'm like, "All right."
But you don't look like Joe.
No, you want to know the best.
All right.
Joe looks suspicious.
They broke the residence gate, so you have to go in through the passenger side. And I pull up the side. So I pull up to the visitor side, and the guy looks at me, and he just goes, looks at me, stares at me. I go, "Hi," and he goes, "Hi, resident." I go, "Yep." And he goes, "Okay." I go, "Excellent, excellent." Didn't ask for my ID, didn't do nothing, just said resident. I said, "Yep."
He
Top
assessed.
tier security.
Yep.
He assessed. He did an ocular pat down. So.
Well, you want to know the funny part is when I first saw this house, when it was empty but it was for sale, we came here and we looked at it. We really liked it. Blah blah blah. Then we came back with a real estate agent. We decided we were going to buy it. We were in. Then we wanted to get back in, but the agent couldn't get us over here. I was like, I guarantee I can get us in that house. That back slider is always open. So we pull up to the gate, and the problem was getting in the gate. And I was like, we're here to golf. And they go, "Okay, have a good day." Cool.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Cool. And we went around, and that was it. And I went in through the slider.
It's all about confidence and how you handle the situation.
Yeah.
100%.
You know what I mean? If you act like you're supposed to be there, then they just let you right through.
Wow.
Yeah.
You trying to blame me? You trying to blame this?
I'm sure you were very,
That's not fair.
very wishy-washy. Oh,
No, that's not what happened
Yeah.
at
You
all.
have no confidence.
No,
I,
I was very
I think
confident.
I'm on the list. I don't know.
Joe,
May I please come in?
Yeah.
Hello, I need to get in the thing.
if I pull up or Galvin pulls it, I'm going
Right,
in here.
yeah. And if they say anything, I go, "Just talk to Marty."
Yeah.
And then I drive.
And I just drive through.
Yeah.
How did Painting with Pap go this weekend?
Went pretty good, Mike.
Yeah, I heard.
Oh, I missed it?
No. It was
live.
recorded.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's not live?
Yeah. But
Is that in case he says anything racist?
No. We know we'd play that.
And in case he says anything racist, we have it recorded to play over and over and over again.
Did you have to flip it right side up and post?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Because the video
Definitely.
was
It
upside down?
Very difficult.
Listen, there was a
to do.
full production studio there. I mean, a full production staff there.
Yeah, because Joe
was a
wasn't
talent.
doing it.
That's
Joe was a
right.
talent.
That's right.
Yeah. Joe, I didn't watch it yet. I just saw the I just saw the
couple
pictures,
screenshots,
stills. Yeah. Were you drinking the Porosos?
I was.
How was it?
A little bit. It was pretty good.
All right.
I got to tell you,
I got a
mixed
hook
it.
up there.
Yeah, I know. I was hoping that maybe a sponsorship might come.
You never know.
Yeah.
You never know. That's a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of liquor companies out there.
Yeah.
Speaking of Porosos, of course, we got Bert here Friday night. Bert Kreischer at the Ruth Eckerd Hall for the Bert Aid. We'll be out there and celebrating, raising money for the hurricane victims. We were already at almost $1 million before we even started this. It may even hit $1 million, in one day. So now with the Bert stuff, I'm sure that'll kick in, man. There's an after party now at Ruth Eckerd Hall in one of their banquet halls with Bert. And if you want to go to that, I don't know. I don't really know. Nobody tells me anything.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Ruth Eckerd Hall is really.
Because I asked
been
some
interesting on
questions
this
and it
one.
was confusing.
If you want to go, talk to the guard gate.
No.
Call the old number. It'll give you the new number.
It's like $60, and it's an after party. And I don't know how. I would assume you get the tickets through Ruth Eckerd Hall. What they did was they email blasted it out to all the people who already bought tickets. So I don't really know how that works out.
Because that was my question. Do you have to have tickets to Bert's show to go to the after party? Or can you just get tickets to the after party? And yeah, a lot of stuff.
And nobody tells me nothing.
I had some questions too. I had a lady ask me a question, very important question, about wearing a certain T-shirt. Can you wear a Bert Machine T-shirt to go see Bert because she wants to get it signed? I said, yeah, absolutely.
Wait, what did anyone ask you?
Yes, I agree. You should, but no. According to your rules, you should not.
Yeah.
According to my rules, you can do whatever you want.
What would you do?
Oh, I wouldn't wear it. I'd bring it with me if I wanted to get it signed. I'd just bring it with me in a bag or something, whatever. But according to my rules, you still see guys with Viking jerseys on at the Bucs 49ers game.
Yeah.
By the way, apparently I touched a nerve with people. I said wearing a long sleeve dress shirt under a football jersey is a wild look.
Well,
it is.
But
That's
can I
like
tell you,
special people, right, Carmen?
the only you mean a long sleeve dress shirt? The only time that's ever appropriate is if you're going to like a players gala or something where the dress is business casual or whatever business, but also you're celebrating the party. That's the only time, or maybe in a suite.
The only time that's acceptable is if, like, let's say one of the bosses, like John Brennan or Jason Meter, went to a Bucs like banquet and they were presented a jersey and they put it on for a picture, but you don't keep it on.
Oh no,
you know what I mean? But that's weird. That's like putting a jersey on over a suit. You don't do that.
But like Mike Evans had his gala this weekend. And if I was like Mike Evans' dad or somebody, and I'm going there dressed really good, I might also put the jersey over my thing just to support my son.
Really, what I'm talking about is a game.
No, that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
You don't wear a dress shirt to the game.
Very rare
you're a
scenarios
psycho.
exist.
Yeah. It's 1,000 degrees. You're going to again now.
Yeah.
I don't care what
That's a
section you're sitting
wild
in.
look.
That's not a good look. No, it was so hot yesterday at the tailgate. It was miserable. I'm so glad that Rough Shot Todd didn't wear sleeves.
Dude,
I feel like you lied to us.
I lied?
There was no sweet life for you.
No sweet life.
Were you in a suite?
No.
No.
Yeah.
Because Rough Shot Todd's not wearing that shirt in a suite.
Rough Shot Todd lied to me.
Oh, are you serious?
Yeah.
What happened?
Yeah. I thought,
Typical Todd.
Dude, I said it's going to be sweet. Go to the game. It's going to be sweet, bro.
I thought up until like game day that we were going to be in a suite.
Doesn't he listen to the show?
Yeah, but he usually catches later on in the day. Yeah.
I think you were bragging about it for a whole week.
Yeah, like the second half of the show he usually catches.
Buck sweet screw job.
What happened?
No, it was just, I guess, a miscommunication.
Oh, you thought he had sweet tickets and sweet tickets.
Well, he doesn't go to the Bucs games a lot, really. So he thought
Club level is sweet.
We were in club level, but it wasn't in like an actual suite.
Can I be honest with you about something? I don't really have any bad feelings about Rough Shot Todd from the cruise or anything like that. He was kind of annoying, but not like I hate that guy.
Yeah.
But the minute I saw his face the other day, I was like, oh, yeah, I don't like him. I mean, you know how, like, sometimes you recognize a stranger, like, I know that guy from somewhere, and it's not good. The minute I saw Todd, I got feelings like, yeah, I don't like this guy
man.
at all. Oh, my God. Came right back.
He's so much fun to hang out with.
Is he really?
He really is.
Yes.
Yeah.
I didn't see it.
I had a blast with him on
You
the
didn't
cruise.
hang out with him then.
Yeah.
Because Todd's a lot of fun.
Yeah. I mean, look, I'm looking forward to round 2.
He's just there to have a good time.
Yeah, clearly. Somebody said to Todd, I think it was Oliveira, he goes, oh, last time I saw you were on a stretcher.
Todd Curtin was like, no, man, that was a wheelchair.
Keep it real.
Distinction.
rolled down to the infirmary.
Yeah, listen, that's also a good story.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like, that's all he's about. He's like, as long as it's a good story, I don't care.
Yeah.
He's like, I just want to go and have a good story to tell afterwards.
That's so
But
funny.
yeah, he had a great time at tailgate. He brought it. His dad was with him.
Yeah. A little rough shot senior.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like there were actually a lot of people that were coming up to Todd and wanted to talk to him just because they hear about it on
sure.
the show.
Yeah,
And his dad was blown away by that. He was like, "What is going on?"
By the way, rough shot Todd easily gets in the gate.
Oh, yeah.
for sure.
Straight
For sure.
Rough shot Todd's dad was wondering, like, when a hot girl goes out and all the guys know her, and he's like, oh, no.
Yeah,
Why
yeah.
does everybody know my daughter?
Yeah, he was having a great time. Like at one point, when Melissa Dawson came up, he's like, "What's the deal with this?
Yeah.
What's going on here?"
Of course.
Everybody's dad loves Melissa Dawson.
Yeah, I love them, and I was talking to them and stuff, and they're always going to the cruise, and he's like, "What is going? What is this? What do you do for a living?"
Yeah, that's so funny.
Yeah, so we had a great time at the tailgate.
She's got definitely drinks baby blood.
Oh yeah,
I mean, she's got to be my age, close to it, and looks like she's aging backwards.
100%.
Yeah. So yeah, it was a good time. We were out there for the tailgate yesterday. I had my whole family with me. My wife had a friend in town, and her son was here, and my daughter came. And on the way there, I was like, I don't know if you guys are gonna have a good time because it's basically just hanging out and drinking.
Yeah.
The kids can't drink, and then sure enough, after the first hour, they're like, we're waiting on the sprinter.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, like none of you can. The kids can't drink. You can't drink. So get in the sprinter.
Yeah, I can't. Kids probably. I mean, I had a great time, but I don't know if the kids would have a great time.
Your daughter is probably getting out of the age of where a fenced-in area with a big Bud Light beach chair
Yeah.
and a ship and everything would be fun.
You can
for
turn
kids.
it into fun.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. If it's a couple kids and they're just let loose and they're like, yeah, let's go, and then we eat and then we run over
Yeah.
here and stuff. But she's probably getting out of that age where it's like, all right, it's just hot out here.
That's basically what it's at now.
It is hot. Like the whole experience of going to a Bucs game is just hot.
Yeah.
Especially if you're on this side.
Yeah.
You know, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was brutal, and then to have, I mean, it was a good game, but
another heartbreaker,
another
man.
loss. Yeah, it's
Dude,
ridiculous.
I think Baker is the best quarterback in the league.
Dude, Baker stiff arming Bosa was the best thing I've ever seen.
I've never seen that. I mean, if he throws a pick there, it's probably not this exciting, but
Right.
it was amazing.
Right.
It was amazing.
Oh, continuing to play like that and do it, yeah, it's wild.
It was great.
4th and 7, that was, with game on the line.
Yeah.
To not have that transform into a win is just the worst.
Very Roethlisberger like.
Yeah, man,
Roethlisberger
like-
would always do that extended play, but Roethlisberger also 6'5", 200
Yeah.
and something, whatever. Baker's
Yeah.
not that, but he's doing it. That's wild.
The whole game, Baker's just fighting his ass off with no receivers, just guys that were practically on the damn street last week.
I mean, that's the truth.
And
Yeah.
he's still making it happen. Like, man, I love watching that guy play.
And yeah, it really sucks for him because this season would be entirely different
Dude, he's
without the injuries.
He's leading the league in touchdowns.
Yeah.
I mean, he's just dominating.
Yeah.
And it's not, they can't turn it into wins.
Do you like Todd Bowles?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
It's hard. They've won the division like 3 years in a row.
I know,
so
but
it's like
that's not,
hard.
is that him?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or is
I
that
don't
Mike
know.
Evans?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Like the defense is really
Terrible.
really not doing well right now.
Christian McCaffrey came out of that thing like he had, like, I don't know, the first play he
Yeah.
ran, and you're like, all right, this
I don't
is going to
get
be bad.
The Bucs play so. It seems like they play so aggressive, and even on offense. Then when they get like the end of the game, when they get down in the red zone, it's like they're too worried about running out the clock and stuff. Just go score and win the
Yeah.
game. You know what I mean? I don't know. I think they're overthinking the end of these games now because
I was very surprised at how many 49ers fans there were yesterday.
Yeah, a lot.
I did not expect that. I mean, it doesn't. At least we look okay because they're all red. But it was crazy. Like, I don't think of the 49ers to be that kind of fan, like the Packers or the Falcons where they could travel easily.
We're walking up the aisle, and the Rough Shot Todd's in front of me, and he goes to the guy. He's, "Hey man, is it?" And it's 49ers fan sitting there in the corner. He's like, "Hey man, is it this hot in California?" He goes, "I don't know, dude. I'm from Atlanta." It's like, what?
Yeah. Oh, I don't think they all came from
No,
California.
yeah.
But I couldn't believe in Tampa how many 49ers fans.
But I was
It's
talking to
crazy.
a guy. He's like, Tampa is like a destination. People want to go travel the game. They look at all the schedule and they go, Tampa, we can go there November. The weather will be nice.
Yeah.
The Bucs tickets are usually cheaper than a lot of the bigger cities. So it's like, yeah, let's go to Florida for a weekend, go to the game. So it's a big destination spot.
I can't think of. I mean, like I want to go to Green Bay to go in Lambeau Field one time before they tear that thing down. I've been to a bunch of other stadiums, but there's only like a couple places I'd want to go. Like your Vegas is great,
that's cool.
because that's something you could do, But I don't know. I want to go to New Orleans for the Super Bowl, but I don't even care about the game. I just want to go to New Orleans and hang out. It's the most fun time. So
we're applied for the credentials at Radio Row. So
yeah, that would be nice
if it comes through.
Oh, Joe's excited.
I'm excited about New Orleans. Yeah.
Joe in Vegas.
Yeah.
Or no,
New Orleans.
New Orleans.
Oh, New Orleans.
Yeah.
Okay.
Joe runs
gamble there too.
Joe runs wild in New Orleans.
You know it, baby.
He's like king of the streets.
Like
dancing.
They don't even look at him like he's a weird old guy.
No, he looks like a
he's
local.
king.
They accept him as their own.
I'm surprised Joe doesn't go to Fantasy Fest.
I've been to Fantasy Fest a bunch of times.
I believe it, but I'm surprised you're not down there with the underwear on, with the rooster, where the beak, where your penis goes, where the beak goes.
Wait,
walk around and wear that.
what?
Wait a minute.
You ever see those underwear, Carmen?
Yeah, where your thing is like a different for the
Elephant
animal.
trunk.
Oh,
Yeah, elephant trunk.
A banana.
I expect Joe to have a pair of those.
Yes.
And or a banana and a coconut bra.
Yeah.
And just walk around Key West.
And
with
with
his
Okay.
hat
those
on.
sparkly, glittery masks.
Yeah.
I used to go down there to videotape wet T-shirt contests for the internet back
What a
then.
creep.
Yeah,
For
yeah.
the
Very creepy.
internet.
That's what it was. This thing called the internet that they used to work on.
What are you here for? Oh, the internet? Okay,
Yeah.
come on in.
Yeah,
It was him and Al Gore.
yeah.
The two internet pioneers. You know what I did Friday night or Saturday night that was great that I hadn't done in a long time?
Oh, Ian Finance.
No, earlier, before that. I went to Top Golf.
Oh,
yeah.
nice.
I
Yeah,
saw
that's always
that.
fun.
I love that.
Top
so
golf's
much
fun.
Do we all love Top Golf?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Interesting, because I said to my wife, what if I got 2 of these bays and we did a little Christmas party there?
Yeah.
That would be great.
Would be a blast.
All right. That's a good idea. I'm going to look into that.
We could come up with some sort of games with Christmas balls, red and green, and you got to hit it in here and do that, or just drink.
Yeah.
Well, they have the games there. So
Yeah,
I'm sure
true.
they do like Christmas stuff. You know what I mean? I'm sure they update their things.
So I was very inspired by how straight and far I hit the ball.
Oh.
Yeah, I only missed twice the whole night, like trying to swing.
Missed
and I
the
missed
ball?
the ball altogether.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's not great,
Well,
but-
I know, but two times for me, for a guy who hates golf. But I was very impressed by that. Not impressed, but I was inspired. Like maybe I will try golf.
What were you using mostly? Driver? Iron?
I used a driver for most of it. Then I switched up to a 7-iron just to see what the difference would be as far as sailing it and all that stuff. But yeah, it was a good time. It was because you could play games, you could eat food. The food was good, and you're outside but you're inside. So I don't know. I just thought it was fun, and I thought this would be a good time because I went with the kids, but I thought it would be more fun with adults.
Yeah. I remember, I think actually the last time I was at Top Golf was right as the COVID stuff was going down because my brother came to town with his family and we had booked it and we were like, are we able to do this? And they're like, yeah, but they're wiping everything down and they're wearing masks. Like it was right before it all really busted wide open and stuff, but we still got to go. So it was like, all right.
I went to a Super Bowl party there because that's when the Super Bowl party was here, and that's when Doug Flutie was there with his Batmobile.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and that was weird.
Now, something that I haven't done yet, but I do have gift cards to. Thank you, Gio.
Yeah.
Is that the Tiger Woods, the pop stroke.
Yeah.
And that, but it's kind of like the
It's mini golf. You could drink it.
Yeah, basically.
right. But it's I don't know. I heard it's a lot more. It's a lot better than that.
It's probably a lot of fun.
That place is always slam packed.
Yeah.
It's very busy.
I heard it's like Top Golf, but like putting style.
Yeah, pretty much.
basically.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, It sounds like it would be fun too. I didn't do that. My daughter wanted to go to Topgolf. We were thinking about Pop Stroke, but I just felt like it's mini golf, and I don't even know that you're allowed to bring kids there.
Oh yeah,
you are.
Yeah, there's a lot. They have a playground there.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I just thought because people go there to drink and do it.
Rough Shot Todd goes there to
Of
sit at the
course.
bar and he lets his daughter play in the playground.
Yeah. He doesn't even golf. He just uses the bar.
Yeah. That's how I know there's a playground there.
That's how you know.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. Gio's kid's too old for a playground. Did you have any kid sports this weekend?
Yes. Yeah.
Me too. How hot was that?
It was very hot. It was pretty brutal.
How
You
is
should
that?
you should say the weather was hot.
No. This was
Oh, sorry.
Probably.
The temperature was quite
There
warm.
you go. There you go.
the phrase was man. Can you believe it's this hot in November?
Oh yeah.
That was
Yeah.
the thing. Sorry, you believe it's this hot in November?
I can because I live in Florida and have lived here for a long time.
Yeah, but come on. At what point are we going to get a little break?
Every year.
Never.
Every year the
Yeah.
same thing.
I mean, come on.
And then it's in February and you're like, can you believe how cold it is?
Oh man.
I mean, I'm just sitting here in the shade and I'm sweating, and then they're out and playing soccer, which is nonstop running for 90 minutes straight.
Yeah, or imagine boring ass softball where they went out there and half these kids can't hit. So
Right.
it takes so forever, and and then they have because they're young. It's like every time one team scores 5 runs, they switch
Yeah.
the thing, and they're like, all right, we'll get this over because there's like no ending. The time won't run out, the innings won't run out. It's just constant rules.
Yeah, my daughter's a teenager, so now it's super competitive.
This is my favorite. So we're sitting in the bleachers. It's my in-laws who are in their 80s, my wife, and then in the second row, I'm sitting behind my wife. And the guy down at the other side of the bleachers has a little speaker, and they put the speaker down by the fence. And when the girls get up to bat, they play walk-up music. The best is it's all like dance pop music, except one girl's got Dora the Explorer. That's hilarious. And my daughter, for some reason, has Soulja Boy.
Really?
Yeah, I have no idea. I've never heard her listen to that song in the house. I don't know what it's about, but anyway.
Like Superman the hose?
Yeah, that's
Wow.
they stop it right. They stop it right before the line. I tell Julianne, I go, the next line is Superman that hoe, and she goes, no, it's not. I go, yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It's your song you picked.
Nice.
So, so the player gets up, they play the music, and the umpire in full umpire uniform, timeout, stands up, turns around, walks over to my in-laws, not on purpose, but just stands in front of them on the fence and goes, looks at them with his hands in the air and goes, if the music is playing while the pitcher's ready to pitch, I'll stop the game every time. Okay? And looking right at my mother-in-law.
Right.
And my mother-in-law. And he turned around and he goes, I'll stop the game. And then some guy behind me goes, no, you won't.
Yeah.
And my mother-in-law turned around and she goes, does he think I'm controlling the music?
Oh, man.
Stop playing Soulja Boy, old lady.
So, lady, I will not have you Superman that hoe right here on this little kid's field.
Yeah, man. Some of those referees go on power trips, especially at your daughter's age. That's ridiculous.
I mean, I don't know.
Lighten up.
Well, about the music, that's one thing. But have you seen those refs that go off on the parents?
Oh, yeah.
That if you guys are going to talk crap to the other team's kids, I will kick you out of here. You know what I mean? Because some parents do get very aggressive.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
This guy is
6-year-olds.
wearing full uniform, full mask, the whole deal. Because some of them just wear the blue shirt, But this guy's ready to go. He's got a chest protector on. There's not a girl on that team could throw that ball more than 2 miles an hour.
In case it comes in hot over the plate.
So he messed up like 3 calls. Like there was a call at the plate. I'm standing right there. And he called the girl out. She didn't even have the ball in her hand when she tagged her. I'm like, this is ridiculous, but I'll never be that guy to argue with the umpire. But I'm sure they get that a lot.
I've seen like full-grown men yell at other players, like girls, 13-year-old
Yeah.
girls, and the girls on the field like, "Sir, I'm 13.
Right,
Why are you yelling at me?"
yeah.
And I've seen guys get kicked out and stuff. It's people.
That's
it's crazy.
I'm sitting here saying I wouldn't say anything, but if he started yelling at my daughter, I'd probably run out there and punch him.
Yeah, for sure.
Punch him right in his chest protector. So anyway, good weekend. Well, Friday night we were at the Hard Rock. Carmen, you were missed.
How was that? How was dinner?
Oh, it was good.
It was great.
I had a great time.
Nice.
Did Gio go or not?
No way.
He said he wasn't going.
Gio went.
Gio was there.
Of course I went.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'll get a piece of that corporate dime.
Yeah, he faked you guys out.
Joe wasn't there. That was the surprising part.
Yeah, no, I couldn't make it, Michael.
Yeah.
I was dealing with Annette and some other things.
How's Annette doing?
Yeah, she's all right. I have to move her to like a rehab facility, And then,
I went through that, Joe.
yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It's really a pain in the ass, but we're getting through it.
All right.
It was very much a game time decision. I
Yeah.
text John like an hour before. Said, "Hey man, I'll still come to dinner if that's okay." He's like, "Sure."
Yeah, that's the thing. I said no early on, and plus I worked until 6, so by the time I would have been coming straight from work, and I didn't have it in me to be nice to you.
There was nobody to celebrate with by the time I went over to the Players Club and got my new Players card
Oh,
where
you
I
did?
got bumped up. Yeah.
Did they push you over?
Yeah.
Nice.
Not too
Very
shabby.
nice.
Yeah.
So what does that get you now? Do you get to go?
I don't know.
Can you stay there for free yet?
Well, yeah.
That's
I
the
can.
big thing I would
Yes,
want.
He
I
only
can.
pays $30 for parking.
Yeah.
now instead
Yeah.
of
No,
40.
I can. They send me offers to stay there for free.
Yeah.
and different
That's
stuff.
good.
I got to be honest with you. They send me a lot of stuff that I don't take advantage of. That I look at and I go, "Oh, I should have done that." Like I can go at any point and you get a free coffee maker and here's
Yeah.
this and
Yeah.
they give away things all the time. You just have to be there.
They're constantly sending me free TVs and free things like that, but I'm like, where am I putting another TV?
I think you can drink for free too, because I saw some of the ads. I was walking around. I saw some player's card.
So because of what I bet, I drink for free
Oh,
anyways. But I don't drink.
Right,
So I
right.
was just like, yeah. Because the dealer, I got a water and he was like, you can drink for free. And I go, man,
Yeah.
I had the most.
I'm here for business.
I had the most uncomfortable experience. I'm at my table, and I was just about to play alone. And I'm like, oh, I like this.
Yeah.
And then 4 Goombas come
I saw
sit
that.
down. And they were actually all right. They're kids from New York, and they sat down around the table. And the one girl, the waitress came over, and she's like, drinks? And the dude's like, I'll take a water. And she gave him the water. And she wants a tip, especially if the water is free.
Yeah.
And I waited for that uncomfortable period where she just stood there and nothing was happening. I almost tipped her. I was like, give the girl money.
Yeah.
She just,
Yeah. The people watching at that place on a Friday night is something else.
Yeah.
listen,
The spectrum of people there from bottom to top is wild.
as a weekday visitor, it doesn't have to be a Friday night. It is always packed and it's always full of weirdos.
Yeah, man.
It is
It's
always
like
full of weirdos.
you see people. What is this person doing here? Oh my gosh! How do they even get out of their house?
We played, my wife and I played in the middle of the day one time with a guy who definitely was a rock star from somewhere. I can't recall who. I knew his face. He had tattoos all the way up his arm and up to his neck. And I'm like, I know I'm going to walk away and find out that dude. I'm like, I can't remember who. In the middle of the day on like a Wednesday.
It goes from like a fat guy in sweatpants, chain smoking at a slot machine, to like I think that guy's famous over there.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
like from what. It's
Also,
crazy.
the night that we were there, Baker was there.
The whole Bucs were there.
All the Bucs
Yeah.
were there for Mike Evans thing.
Yeah, I didn't
uh,
see anybody.
The
Yeah.
table we went over to, the table that I really like, I was waiting to get in there, and there was a kid who was maybe 22 years old with hat on backwards, flip-flops, and his foot up on one of the other chairs, the empty chair.
Oh.
And I was like, hey, Diamond Jim, you playing both things here? Like, a little bit of class.
All right, let's take a break. When we come back, Carmen will tell us what we have to give away for the week, and then we will play Sporcle next on 102.5 The Bone. That's right now. It is time for us to give some stuff away. Carmen, what is that stuff?
Yes, we have a bunch of stuff.
What's wrong with you today?
Me and Gio are trying to figure something out. Yeah.
Do I need to call Hoppy?
No, this is
Okay.
show related.
As long as I'm saying, if Hoppy is
if Hoppy's available,
we might need him.
Oh,
All right, go ahead.
Perfect. We have tickets for OAR,
Yep.
Pink. It was 50 years ago today. A tribute to
That
the
I want.
Beatles.
I kind of want to go to that. Okay.
Cool. next,
All right.
next
God
big-
forbid you throw some out. Maybe on a talk show we talk about it for a second. Yeah. Go ahead. What else?
next big thing, TSO, Monster Jam, Thomas Rhett, and new to the list.
Oh.
I think Gio will be excited about this one. Papa Roach.
All right,
I don't know. That just seems like right up your
You
alley.
should just let her hang out there like she did to me.
I'd go to Papa Roach.
Yeah, 90s, I don't know, 90s grunge is, I know that's not
That's
him.
not grunge.
No.
I know
Nah.
it's not that, but it was in that era, so I just associate him with that time zone.
If they were playing 5 minutes from my house at 2:00 in the afternoon, I'd walk over.
Yeah.
It
And
is,
Rise Against.
yeah,
It's Papa
Papa
Roach and
Roach
Rise
and
Against.
Rise
Oh,
Against.
Rise Against, I will definitely go see.
And for some reason, Bert.
I don't know. Bert was doing the announcement for the tour. I
Yeah.
don't know what that's all about, but
He's co-lead singer, and then he's going to get Chinese food for him and pick up their dry cleaning. So yeah,
It seemed like a weird.
What?
Bert did a video where he announced that he was going out on tour with Papa Roach and going to be the co-lead singer. And then Jacoby, the lead singer, calls him on the phone and tells him to pick up the Chinese food, and like almost like he was a
errand boy
for them. And you know, it's you get it. The idea is that Papa Roach is going out on tour. How that involves Bert, I don't know. But I don't know. I don't like Papa Roach. Although they have one song, and it's kind of
they got a lot of songs.
Yeah, really.
Yeah. Good stuff.
I knew Gio would like them.
Rise Against, really good.
Rise Against I like.
I'd love to go see that.
But I'm still not going. All right, but if you want to go, let's do it right now with a little bit of Sporcle. Here we go. Carmen is the keeper of Sporcle. Pap is your judge and scorekeeper. I am the current champion right now. Carmen, what are we playing today?
Today we're going to be playing.
Whoa. You're not the champ. I won Friday.
Yeah, one. I'm the champion.
Yeah,
I have the
no,
rules.
that-
He has the rules.
That's not a
rule.
champion.
That's
Not a champion.
I don't
Not
like
my
that.
champion.
No, I won twice last week. Thank you. That's champion.
I believe in French. It's le champion. All right, let's do it.
Sorry, Carmen.
Okay, so we're playing Who Sang? Can you name the artist who sang the song by the first line? I'm going to give you the first line of the song. You're going to give me the artist.
Okay.
Okay? And if you can't get it, I will give you the song title, but try to get it. Okay?
Yeah.
Perfect. Your first one. Life's like this. That's the way it is. Complicated.
Avril Lavigne?
Gio. I remember when I lost my mind.
CeeLo, Green. Can I say the name of the band that he's
No.
in?
Crazy.
Come on. I mean, it's him singing it.
Yeah, but he's not. It's a different band.
Gnarls Barkley.
Yeah, if you would have been
I
like
know,
Mick
but-
Jagger.
Yeah. He sang it, though. Good.
All right. Your next one. I was all right for a while. I could smile for a while. Crying. I was all right for a while.
Aerosmith.
I could smile for a while.
Roy Orbison.
Yes?
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
I was like, there's no way,
Brian.
no way it's crying from Roy Orbison. That's hilarious.
Are these the opening lines of the songs? Did I
Yes.
miss that? Okay.
It is.
One
Yep. Now here you go again. You say you want your freedom. Dreams. Now here you go again. You say you want your freedom.
Fleetwood Mac.
Galvin.
Could you sing the line?
Yeah,
that would
please.
help. And do it in a raspy
Or
Stevie
stop-
Nicks voice.
Yeah.
Saying it like an awkward teenager.
No, I'm reading
I
it.
know,
the way
I know,
I'm
just make it
supposed
difficult.
to. That's the point.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Now he's thinking about me every night. Oh, is it that sweet? Espresso.
Sabrina Carpenter.
Gio. Hello. I've waited here for
Adele.
you.
Lionel Richie.
Everlong.
Oh,
Foo Fighters.
Mike.
nope. It's Foo Fighters. He got it wrong.
No point.
Mike Calta.
Point, Michael.
You guys are assholes. I hate you all. You take a deep breath and you walk through the doors. 15. You take a deep breath and you walk through the doors.
Owl City.
15.
Yep.
Taylor Swift. Do you ever feel like a plastic bag?
Yes.
That is. I know who that is. Katy Perry.
Firework. Mike Calta. We were good. We were gold. Kind of dream that can't be sold. Flowers.
Post Malone.
We were good, we were gold, kind of dream that can't be sold. Miley Cyrus.
Who's selling dreams?
I don't know.
If there's something strange in your neighborhood,
Ghostbusters.
That
is the song.
Oh, damn it.
What's his name?
And he's
Yeah.
the artist.
Oh, can I name the artist or no? I yelled Ghostbusters.
What is his name?
If there's something
picture him.
strange in your neighborhood,
That's what you need.
Ray
His name.
something.
Oh yeah, that is Ray Parker Jr. Thank you.
I mean, how much time we
Yeah, I know. Like,
doing it? You
No,
buzzed.
don't talk to me.
Mike Calta.
Thank you.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah,
All
just-
right.
Give 'em all day.
I'll
and-
say hold on, and then I'll leave, and I'll come back.
Hold
and
on,
get it.
don't. Yeah.
It was not that long.
It was
It
a
was
long
15
time.
minutes, and you buzzed already.
Yeah. I even said, hold on. Let me get as much time as I can to guess.
half.
Yes.
Oh, we're halfway there.
All right.
There's no rules. There's no rules.
No.
I hate it.
Gio is on the board with 2. Galvin also with 2 points. And Michael is your leader right now. He's winning with 3.
All right.
I shouldn't have said Ray.
Yeah, if you wait a minute, I'll have 4.
Yeah.
Who's saying name the artist or band? Your next one. Easy come, easy go. That's just how you live. Oh. Grenade.
When we were on Mars.
Mike Calta. Nobody pray for me. It been that day for me. Way. Yeah. Yeah.
Rihanna.
Humble. Nobody pray for me. It been that day for me. Way. Yeah. Yeah.
Lil Wayne.
I don't know.
Humble. Kendrick Lamar.
Wait, no, don't buzz yet. I'm still
Yeah.
guessing.
Your next one. To the left. To the left. Irreplaceable. Come on.
Beyonce.
Yes, Mike Calta. At home, drawing pictures
Pearl
of.
Jam.
I'm so happy because today I found my friends. They're in my
Nirvana.
head. Galvin.
I couldn't remember whether we were doing the song or the artist.
Your next one. Let's go to the beach each. What?
Let's go to the beach.
Let's go to the beach.
What's the name of the song?
You're all wrong. Starships. Let's go to the beach each.
Sublime.
I know this.
Nicki Minaj.
Was pretty fast on that one.
That was fast.
You know what?
That was very fast.
About
buzz.
another 15 minutes. I already got that.
Yeah.
Okay, there's 2 artists. I will accept either one on this one, okay?
Yeah.
You shout it out, but I can't hear a word you say. Titanium.
Rihanna. Oh, I know what
Sia.
it is.
Yes.
Thank you.
Galvin.
Where did she shout it out from, Galvin?
Her vagina.
What?
I was going for
was
chandelier.
DJ Khaled the other thing you could say?
No, David Guetta.
Oh,
Yeah.
David Guetta. Yeah.
No, I would have accepted either. Hate to give the satisfaction asking how you're doing now. Vampire.
That
21 Pilots.
Olivia Rodrigo.
Yes, Mike Calta. And Pap, we are on the last 3.
Gio still on the board with those 2 points. Galvin doubling that with 4, and Michael is your leader right now. He's winning with 7.
All right, we're playing Who's Saying That. You're naming the artists or bands. I'm giving you the first words, line
Yeah,
of song.
all right, come on.
Whoa.
I had a stroke.
You're trailing off.
Take your time.
Yo, I'll tell you what I want. What
Spice
I
Girls.
really want. Mike Calta. Today is gonna be the day that they're gonna throw it back
Oasis.
to you. Mike Calta. And your last one. Look at the stars. Look how they shine for you.
They can't sell at the stadium. Coldplay.
Yellow.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I can never remember their name. I just pointed at Gio.
I don't even like Coldplay.
No, I know, but you,
Yeah, I know.
you were the one that said
Defended
that.
him.
I get pigeonholed as Coldplay guy.
Yeah.
Your final score, Gio with those 2 points, Galvin with 4, and Michael is your triumphant champion today. He won with 10.
Oh, it feels good. It feels good. Thank you. If my phone thing ever fires back up here, I'd be happy to pick a winner. Carmen, you just want to pick a random line for me?
Yeah, of course.
All right, there you go. You want to just pick it now?
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
There you go.
Good morning. Hello.
Hello.
Hi, what is your name, sir?
Hey, my name's Joe.
Joe, you are the big winner. I'm going to put you on hold. Carmen's going to grab you during the break, and we'll hook you up with your choice of prizes. Cool?
Hey, perfect. Appreciate it, man.
All right, Joe. Thank you. Hold on, please. Galvin, what do we have coming up in news?
Coming up in news today, eat for free, rubby, and that is wicked.
All right. We got news with Galvin. We've got Bobby Kelly live from Cuba. I don't know. There was an earthquake. We're going to talk to him today. And then KP Burke is going to be stopping by a little bit later on in the show. He's got a new book out. And it is Veterans Day, saluting the veterans today. And I believe KP Burke's book is somewhat about that. So we'll take a quick break. We'll get back into it. Galvin's got your news next on 102.5 The Bone. But right now, it's time to check in with Galvin. He's got today's news.
And now, news with Galvin on the Mike Calta Show.
What do we have in news today, Galvin?
I cannot get to that thing you sent me because I'm not a subscriber.
Oh,
Yeah, right.
I can do it.
All right. Today's news is brought to you by Pelt Shoes. Stop into a Pelt's today. They have 6 locations throughout Pinellas, Sarasota, and Fort Myers. You can get all the great deals on all the different styles and brands that you're looking for, whether you need some Hey Dudes or some Nikes or you need some fancy heels or boots. They have them all right there in stock, ready to go. So stop into a Pelt's today. Make sure you tell them Galvin from the Mike Calta Show sent you. So President-elect Donald Trump announced late on Sunday that Tom Homan, the former acting director of U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, otherwise known as ICE, who backed his controversial zero tolerance policy, will be his administration's border czar. Homan touts hardline immigration views and previously vowed to, quote, run the biggest deportation force this country has ever seen.
Yeah, move him out.
Yeah. Did you ever see the one where AOC was going after him about separating people for the kids from their family? And is there any other thing? There's no other law that would separate. And he goes, if you pull over a drunk driver and he has his kids in the car, you're going to separate him from his kid. And like so calmly and stuff. And she goes, well, okay. Yeah. Sorry about that. Happy Veterans Day to all who served. We have been celebrating Veterans Day for how long now?
I don't know. We should have been celebrating it since World War I.
Over 100 years now, yeah, because it was originally Armistice Day in 1919.
Nobody knew how to pronounce that.
Yeah. 1919, marking the first anniversary of the end of World War I. It became a federal holiday in 1938, and they changed it to Veterans Day in 1954. USA Today posted a big roundup of more than 80 Veteran Day deals that you can check out. They include free coffee at Starbucks. You can get a free donut at Dunkin', free red, white, and blue pancakes from IHOP, free wings from Buffalo Wild Wings, free meals at Applebee's and Chili's, and about 75 other things. So if you're a veteran or you're taking a veteran out today, make sure you ask about what do I get for free over here?
We went on Veterans Day last year to Hooters.
Yeah.
Joe and I in Spanish. I don't know if you remember that, Joe.
I do.
Just happened to be a random Monday or whatever the day was that we went over to Hooters. And while we were there, I saw 2 gentlemen, probably in their 80s, wearing their hats that they were veterans. You know, I served in the Marines, I served or whatever, and we secretly bought their lunch for them.
Oh, that
I think is something cool to do. You're not required to do that. It is not something that you have to. But if you happen to notice somebody and you want to do something nice, I think that's pretty good. And don't be all. Oh, I guess you could go over them and say thank you for your service. I bought your lunch. You know,
But don't stick your camera in their face.
Right.
Be like, look what I did for you.
I waited a whole year before I told everybody.
Right. How about this? When does this end? 20 massage therapists in Polk County
Oh.
are accused of offering sex acts to undercover detectives during a 2-day sting called Operation Skin So Soft.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
According to the Polk County Sheriff's Office, undercover detectives went to several massage parlors in the Davenport, Dundee, Lakeland, and Winter Haven areas of Polk County to purchase lawful massages from licensed massage therapists. Of the 22 massage parlors that were audited, Polk County Sheriff Grady Judd said 12 were not in compliance with the law. So out of 22, 12 were not in
So what
compliance.
does that mean? That they didn't have the proper license or whatever?
Well, it said Judd said also those parlors were also doing things that were illegal, such as prostitution.
Yeah, but listen to me. Grady Judd, good sheriff. I mean, the guy does some really good stuff. That he goes after the hard criminals. What is the crime here? Don't tell me trafficking, because if you're being human trafficked and you're at a massage parlor, walk out of the massage parlor and go to the. Or when the police come,
They'll kill your family.
That's what they say.
That's what they say.
Dude,
They say it for a reason.
Those women don't want to be
Any
there.
of these 22 women that got caught go forward to the police and say, "Oh, thank you so much, my family."
Judge,
I saw their pictures. So
Judge said those parlors were also doing things illegal, such as prostitution. In addition to the 20 massage therapists who were arrested, another woman was arrested for interfering while deputies were arresting someone else. According to the sheriff, all the women arrested are Asian. 3 are U.S. citizens, and the rest are here on work visas. Also, while describing the women, Judd described one of the women as smaller than a popcorn fart.
What?
Shut
I
up.
don't know what that's what he said. That's what he said. But here are the women up there.
Yeah.
So now you go
Which
into,
one would you pick?
I was just about to say, you go into the massage parlor, and these women come out. I got to tell you, a lot of them are very unattractive.
Yeah, like that third one from the top looks like she's got.
I'm sorry. Which one? Can you read her name, please?
I can't
Wang?
see. Rose Wang Walker.
Yeah, Wang Walker.
Yeah.
Top left is mine.
Top left is yours.
Top left. Top row.
I'm going top right. I
You're
think.
going
Can you,
Keita Zong?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to read the name, Gio. Otherwise, I don't know who you're talking about. I'm going to go Xiang Yang Hu
At the end?
on the far right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like on the top row, I like Ki Kapang.
Yeah, they don't want to be here.
They all look very happy.
No, they don't want
Very
to be here.
happy.
Especially
Rose Wang Walker.
Ban Hua Zhang
Yeah.
in the middle. Sorry, Joe. Didn't know you knew the language.
Oh, yeah,
What about
Or Yan Lao. She looks real terrified.
where is that?
On the bottom, right in the middle, by
Yeah.
the big hair,
Yeah.
Oh,
right
they,
next to her.
they all look so sad.
What
Yeah.
about Yu? She looks so mad.
Look at Yuling Zhang Collins, down bottom right.
Oh yeah.
That's a face, man.
So look at Yang Yu, okay, and here she is writing a letter back home. Dear Mama-san, I come to America to chase dream, to touch little man pee-pee, and make lots of money, so save family. Oh yeah, I didn't know you could do that.
No.
I'm zooming in on them. He's zooming in. Let me zoom in on again so I can see if they like. What's the one to the left there? She looks like she might be all right. She looks like the left, the other side. No, that's not good. Sorry.
Oh, man.
She had Pat Benatar hair for a second.
This one doing profile pictures over here.
What's up? Oh, look at that.
Oof.
Listen to me.
They don't want to be there.
They're not happy because they're under arrest. When you go in there and you get a massage, they're so happy.
Yeah.
Oh, nice to see you.
Yeah, because the cameras are in there. They have to be happy.
They don't want to be doing that.
Yeah.
Listen,
I feel bad.
I don't feel bad. I don't feel bad. We have hotlines. You being forced here? You know anybody that's being trafficked? Call this hotline number.
Like Galvin
But
said,
also your kids.
kill your family and your kids.
Yeah, where are the kids?
probably I
They
don't
were
know.
taken from them.
Oh my god! How do you know all these things?
I watch Law and
Movies.
Order.
Yeah.
Like, come on, guy. Like,
You're falling for Hollywood's version of these things.
They're all there, I think, against their will.
yeah. Unfortunately, Hollywood's version is the real version because Hollywood is the one who does this.
They're not
the
allowed to
most.
leave.
I
Yeah.
don't listen. If you're out there and you used to work in a massage parlor, please give us a call 800-771-1025.
You're not allowed to go.
Listen to me. Oh,
Real quick.
females only.
Don't have
Females
phones.
only.
Real quick, look at Bobby Lee.
Yeah.
Oh.
You got gross fat guys in Plant City rolling in for
what?
sausage
Like,
and-
think about this, okay? Think about this. Robert Kraft, the guy who owns the Patriots.
Right.
He lives down in South Florida. He go to his early morning meetings. He's a billionaire already. He's really got nothing heavy on his schedule, but he's worked up a little bit. So he's like, all right, I'm just going to roll into the massage parlor. So Zhang Wang Dang takes him in the back room, gives him a little table shower, gets him on the bed, rubs him down for a little bit, gives him a little only up for about 5 minutes, and then at the end he gives her like $250. That's enough to feed her family for a year.
Yeah, but she keeps 30 of it, and then the rest goes to the pimp.
No, how do you know?
they're
What
not
are you
getting-
running broads in Pasco?
Like what?
You think
What
they're
do you
keeping all
think?
the money? No
It's a
way.
life of luxury being a prostitute
Yeah.
that's trapped
The
here.
money goes to the institution, and then the tips go to the massage
No,
therapist.
You
man.
believe that?
Yes.
No.
By the way,
last place. Go ahead.
You're going off of strip club policy. That's
Yeah.
Yeah.
and also I'm pretty sure that everybody that goes into the massage parlors are nice old billionaires.
Yeah, exactly.
But that's what
Last-
I'm saying. There's always money for
Especially in
for
Polk
a
County.
tip.
But there's not, because guess what? The last time I went to get a massage, it's off of Waters in Dale Mabry. You couldn't leave a cash tip. You could only leave a tip on your card. They would not
what
accept
kind of place
cash.
is that? Like Massage
Legit.
Envy?
No, it was not. It was right by Saigon Deli.
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
know the name.
Oh yeah,
I know the name, Carmen. That's Star Massage.
Star Massage.
Yeah.
Great massage. They
Yeah.
gave me like the best massage in my life.
They're
I
a
wa-
legitimate massage place, though.
Right.
That
But
was
I-
No.
because I go there. That's the one where my wife asked me. She goes, that's not one of those places. And I go, no. Why would I tell you that I was
Yeah.
going to get a massage? And I go, I'm wearing underwear. I never wear underwear.
Where
I
is
put
Star
underwear-
Massage?
It's right on the corner of Dale Mabry and Waters.
Yeah.
right across from the Burger King. You know where the there's the hotel there, and then there's like a little strip place right
on
next
Dale
to
Mabry there.
No,
No, off of
it's
Waters.
off of
Well,
Waters.
okay, all right.
It's right next to La Quinta, whatever.
La Quinta.
But there's like a restaurant, a couple
Saigon
other things
Deli.
and then there's that massage place. right
Okay, all right.
But yeah, but you cannot leave a tip. You cannot give them cash. We tried to give them cash, and they're like, no. And they made us leave a tip on our card.
Because they probably assume if you're giving them a cash tip, then you're thinking you get extra stuff.
Or because their handlers
That
want
too.
all the money and they aren't allowed to have cash because then they're
Oh, my
afraid they're going to
God.
stuff them in their
Yeah.
pocket.
Do you think the same thing when you get a haircut and they tell you put your tip on the card? Do you think that
No one
they're
does
being
that.
trafficked into getting your
They're
haircut?
all-
Who
work
tells you to
visas.
do that?
Carmen, I would imagine they actually do that so that they're not dealing with cash, so they can't be accused of
That's
anything.
what I think,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? They're like, hey, we're on the
We're
up and up.
legit.
Yeah, we're massage place that you just leave it on the credit card. And
Show
do that.
me Qui-Gon Jinn on the top row.
No cash exchanging hands.
This one right here.
Yeah, I think
that
that's
one right
mine.
there.
That's mine. I'm gonna go with that one. Yep, she's got it the right amount of angry. Of course, they're all mad. They're all going to jail.
Oh, they look sad.
yeah, they're all going to jail.
This
Yeah.
one, this one,
Trapped.
this one doesn't care.
Swang Wang Who?
Yeah, she's like, I'll be back.
What are they?
They're just,
$50. See you tomorrow.
they're just trying to get back to their families. This is
Are you
horrible.
kidding me? They're breaking in the dough.
No, this is horrible.
No, they're not.
They leave and they get in
I don't like
Corvettes.
it.
and they
This
drive
one's
home.
trying to let them know it's her over there. Like, look, it's over there. This
at
one.
Yang.
Oh, what?
Whoa,
Come on,
who's
back.
that?
Grady did the right thing.
For what?
They shut him down. Shut him down.
So arrest
Save them.
So arrest the people who own the shop then.
Maybe they did.
No, they didn't. Do you think any of those people own the shop?
No,
Those are just the
right.
girls. You think women own the shop?
That's what I'm saying. So
Yeah.
so go after the owners of the shop if it's such a bad spot.
They probably did.
No, but they didn't do.
How do you know?
Because I'm looking at all the people that were arrested.
Those are all the girls that were
Those
arrested
are
for
all the people that were
prostitution.
arrested in the roundup. That's all the pictures of all the people that were arrested. in
Well,
the
it
roundup.
does say that. Let's see, what did it say? There are 3 were U.S. citizens, and the rest were here on work visas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the 3 that are U.S. citizens may be the one that have the other ones. You know.
I need answers to this. I feel like Grady Judd's a bully, and
No.
did he solve all the crime in Polk County that he's got to go after massage parlors?
I think you're just naive and you don't want to believe.
Maybe I
that
just need a
sex
massage.
that sex trafficking is real.
Oh.
And these women are being held against their will.
Awesome. Then go after the sex traffickers. Don't go against these poor women who who are just out there trying to save their families' lives, according to you guys.
Not the workers. These are the workers.
And the guys that go there. Notice none of the guys got arrested.
Well, they didn't get arrested because
Sting operation.
The detectives went in.
There was no other customers in there at the time. They were the only ones in there.
Listen, I'm not on the force. I don't know.
Look, if you're Grady Judd,
do you tell them after you get it done? By the way. Yep, they're doing it.
How far?
I had to make sure.
we have confirmation on room 2. Grady Judd does things that like to get him in the news, and this is what gets him in the news. When you have pictures like this and you have busts like this, it comes across sensationalized, and that's what happens. It's not I can't imagine that this is such a. If it's trafficking that's so bad, why didn't Grady Judd get a task force and go after the people that are trafficking these people over here? That's where it seems like it would make sense. In this case, you just pulled up a bunch of easy arrests. You know what's going on in those buildings the rest of the year for the last 20 years. Twice a year, you do a roundup. You parade these girls out. You put their picture on. They're back and doing hand jobs a couple of days later, and everything goes back to normal. But Grady got all the press for doing this.
What if you start a business? You have a printing business, or you have a whatever you may have, and then the store next door is like, hey, guess who's moving in? Massage place. And then it's just a bunch of dudes. Like, what do you do if you own a legitimate business next to one of those?
But can I ask you a question? Have you ever seen those places?
Sure.
Like, what is outside? There's one side that says open. There's a sign that says open, and there's a sign that says some Asian stuff.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, if you open your, I don't care. I don't care. But if
you're asking me that, if I own a shop and the shop is next to a massage parlor, and that massage parlor doesn't do anything, I don't care.
Yeah, you don't care, but I'm talking about, some 70-year-old lady who's like, I can't believe what they're doing over there, and they're coming in and they're
Eric
laying down their trick money.
Eric from Visani.
Yeah.
Okay, so his wife owned a that one of those like holistic places that had the saltwater bath and the bricks that you go sit in the room and bring. It was all like holistic spa stuff. And me and Bobby went and did it when we were out there, and we had a ball. And then 2 doors down was a massage place. And I thought, well, and she's like, yeah, they're over there.
You thought you went to the wrong place?
Well, we were like, what's the difference if it's over there? I'm like, I can't think of anything I'd like to do more than get a massage right now. You know what I'm saying? It's not, the people go in, they don't want it, the people going in don't want to be seen coming in or going, so they're like quick in and quick out.
Yeah, it's not like they're loitering and hanging out and doing anything.
And it says here that they do go after the traffickers, but the traffickers are harder to connect to the crime of trafficking.
So instead, we'll just parade these women through.
No, they go after
20 or 40 of them on TV, so everybody sees them, and we look like we did a lot of work.
No, they go after them, hoping one of them will flip and name one of the traffickers.
Yeah,
and then they kill their family.
Either way, they shut the place down.
Yeah,
shut it down.
It's not shut down. It's not shut down.
It's not shut down?
No, they'll be back open tomorrow.
Who's in there doing stuff?
No, they got to wait till those girls get out. They'll be back in there and be doing the same thing tomorrow, and Grady Judd will overlook it for the rest of the year because he already got his TV coverage out of it.
You're pro-human trafficking.
Also,
I'm pro-adult activity. Let adults do whatever they want between each other.
I don't think they're doing what they want to do.
Also, when they shut that one down, thank God there's no other ones.
Yeah. Right. Even in Polk County. Yeah.
The Bucs played the San Francisco 49ers on Sunday, and they lost a close game, 23-20, after allowing the 49ers to get a field goal in less than a minute left. That loss drops them to 4-6. Only one win out from the two teams below them, which hurts the Bucs. Elsewhere in the division, the Atlanta Falcons played the New Orleans Saints in the two's second game, and the Falcons lost that game 20-17. That would have been big for Tampa Bay had they beaten the 49ers, but instead they failed to take advantage of that. 2-game deficit remains. On top of that, both the Saints and the Carolina Panthers are just one game back from the Bucs now.
The fact that the kicker had missed 3 field goals,
and
Debo Samuel's like punching him in the face on the sideline.
He hit the long snapper.
And they're arguing. I'm like, this guy's going to drill the game winner. That's how it's going to go. That's what it's
now,
like
do
to
they
be a Bucs
forgive
fan.
him for the 3 that he missed?
They pretend like it never happened.
He almost didn't hit that last
as
one.
As long as you make the one that counts.
Yeah, they don't care.
You see the Lions kicker kick that one, and here's the goal, and it just went right in and went in, and they won.
50-plus yard field goals are regular now. That's like the standard, it seems like. It's not a big deal.
Yeah, it's
Every
wild.
week.
Here, just to show you how the betting guys have it so down perfectly. Kate Otten, I took the over on 5.5 catches, got 5.
Yeah.
I mean, by the half a catch, they ruined my whole day. I got Rashad Whitehead over the rushing yards, but then Christian McCaffrey, I bet that he would score a touchdown. I can't believe he did not after all the running he did yesterday.
He actually had more yards receiving than he did rushing.
Still, he moved that ball.
One of the things you can do, though, so Kate Otten is over 5.5. You can go down and it has 4+,
right?
Or so you can drop it down a little bit. But if you do that, then it gets 3.5. You know,
it's just so weird that they just hit it right to the half point.
That's why they're super rich.
I know.
That's why they're good at that. There is a cruise line that has a package called Skip Forward. Any guesses on what that is? The package is called Skip Forward.
So skip forward. No, I don't have any idea.
You get on first, get off first.
You would think something like that, skip the line kind of thing. Any other guesses?
That was a good guess.
Skip forward.
You can get in front of everybody at the buffet line.
Ooh, that's nice too. Which is basically what Gio said. A cruise line has a package called Skip Forward, which will allow travelers to spend 4 years on a cruise ship, returning home for the next U.S. president.
Oh, skip 4 years.
Yeah, so you skip 4 years. It's not cheap. It's 4 years on a cruise ship.
Yeah.
You saw like Whoopi Goldberg and all the celebrities that said they would move. They go live on the ship. That's pretty good.
Single occupancy rooms start at $256,000. Double
Not
is
bad for 4 years.
$320,000. But also that covers everything on board, including all food and drinks, plus fitness center and spa, all that stuff for 4 years.
Imagine you could work from the cruise ship.
Yeah, there's also an option of shorter cruises of varying lengths, including the midterm option, which is 2 years.
I would love to live on a cruise ship, and not for 4 years, but maybe like 6 months, but be able to work from the ship. Like if I did like just voiceover stuff, or if I was editing audio, or whatever, just do that from the ship. That'd be great.
Yeah, I don't know whether I'd want to be on a ship for that long though.
I've met people on the cruise before that say, "Oh yeah, I go from ship to ship," and they're retired, and I've a couple times I've talked to people.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that are retired that will go and they just go down to the cruise line and see what they have available. Yeah. And then if it's a good deal, they go, or if they're booked up, they're like, all right, and then they just head home.
We were just talking to one woman at the bar one time, and she was saying how she had been on a cruise ship for like the entire year. She's like, when this one ends, I'm getting on the next one at like 2:00 in the afternoon, and she was keep going different places.
So there was that 1 year that I did that. We got off the Calta cruise, and then I went and met my family in Orlando and got on a cruise with them for a week. I love that.
Yeah,
that was 2 weeks of cruises.
If you're a single lady, how many dudes are you banging?
Oh yeah,
right.
Yeah,
you're banging Juan, who works in the
no. She was at the bar drinking wine, kind of putting it out there, putting the vibes out there. Yeah, I could tell.
Yeah, think about it. And if you're a single dude and you're on a cruise, you're looking to bang, and then she's available.
Yeah,
I pick up no vibes.
Are you looking for any vibes?
Hey, you're also married.
You gotta put the vibe out
I know, but I kind of want to see if the vibe. So I think about this. So one of the first cruises I went on as an adult was my friend DJ and Frankie, their brothers. Their family had a family reunion cruise, and we all went on that cruise. So there's probably like 12 of us, and I was at the blackjack table playing blackjack every night next to this woman who was pretty attractive, but she was definitely in her 40s, and I had to be like 20 at the time. And the first night we talked and we played, and then the next night we talked and we played, and the third night she was like, my daughter's spending the night out tonight. And I go, she is on the cruise ship? And she goes, yeah, she met a friend and she's staying in her room tonight. And I noticed she was dressed like real sexy. And I was like, oh. And I was like, cool, good for you. You have a whole night.
No idea.
I had no idea. And I think about it now. And then that same cruise ship, I had been talking to this girl the whole time. And at one point she pulled me away from the crowd and pulled me like on the side. And she goes, come here a second. She pulled over and she pulled me around. And I was like, yeah. She was waiting to have like a little magic kiss in the moonlight kind of thing. And I was like, what's up? She's like, and she was like, nothing. And she walked away. I look back at those times and I'm like,
see you, loser.
Yeah.
You pretty much have to put a sign on me and say, do it. I don't know. That just is, I think about those things now and I was like, oh, I missed out on an old lady.
This woman, I imagine she hooks up with like a lot of like college dudes.
Right, yeah.
That are like are there. They're there to have the story, and
Yeah.
that's why. Remember
And
we
she's
went,
there to get banged down.
Yeah, we all went on the cruise, and Mike hooked up with the chick, the
Right.
old lady at the bar.
Yeah.
They do it for the story. Where she's just like, "Oh yeah, I've been on 4 cruises this year. I've been gone since April."
She's like, go ahead, tell your stories. I got college.
Yeah. Now think about that if you're a guy and you're just on the cruise ship to bang college girls, how gross it
Oh
becomes.
yeah, you're just a creep.
It's hot when a lady does it. It's
And-
gross when a guy does it.
And it doesn't work as well.
No.
Yeah.
That's Fred. He just sits at the bar hopping from cruise to cruise, hoping to bang college girls.
What school you go to? Some toy buyers discovered that Mattel printed the URL for a naughty website on the boxes of their dolls for the movie Wicked. The movie Wicked that's coming out, Ariana Grande.
Sure.
Yeah. They had it as wicked.com instead of wickedmovie.com.
Oh, no.
And
What
if
is
you know-
wicked.com?
Well, Wicked, the porn.
Yeah.
Wicked porn movies.
No, I don't know what that is.
Wicked is a big name
Distributor.
and- yeah,
Like
distributor.
Pornhub?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, no, but it's
They
like
make
whenever they
movies.
used to do the movies and stuff. I mean, they still do, but nobody really buys them.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but Wicked.com is that. Mattel has apologized.
Oops.
Aw.
Well, who's going really to the kids? Oh, how'd they have a website?
Parents,
Yeah.
Well, a lot of them have like a rebate or something, or you can get something free for buying the toy.
Right.
Like they'll send you something in the mail.
Yeah, or maybe something that you have to download with the toy
Yeah.
or whatever.
And
Who knows what? Yeah.
Every kid's got a phone.
Yeah.
Can I tell you that I'm so looking forward to that movie coming out?
Yeah.
Carmen,
Looks good.
do you want to
Yes.
see that movie?
Yes,
Because
100%.
I don't think my daughter will even go with me.
What?
Yeah, I don't know. She's not. My son hates going to the movies. He hates sitting still for 2 hours.
I love the movie.
So do I. And then my daughter, it has to be something really good. She might go. I don't know.
I'm in.
Yeah,
Does
I'll
she-
take you.
Is she familiar with Wizard of Oz at all or anything?
She saw Wicked,
oh, like
the play in
yeah.
Broadway, but when she was really little,
Right.
So, yeah, we saw that, and I was so surprised at how good the play was. Like it's a story about how the witch became the bad witch,
Right.
and the good witch and all that stuff. It's such an interesting backstory to a story you didn't know existed. It was so good. So I'm looking forward to this movie. Although there's a lot of
Is the movie a
sing-songy.
musical? Yeah.
Yeah, Ariana Grande's in it. You know it is.
By the way, you just reminded me of something. Carmen, I did not get a good picture. I could not find it. I trying not to be a creep and take pictures and stuff, but I just sent it to the gang. We met Hardcore Carmen over the weekend. My wife and I go, doesn't that look like Carmen? And my wife goes, Hardcore Carmen. But
With the boots on and stuff?
yeah, you can't really see her, but she did. She looked a lot like you, Carmen. It was funny. Yeah.
I'll take it.
I put up a nice picture of Carmen that I found just so because usually I wait for the worst pictures ever.
Right.
Yeah.
And I came across her one. She looked really pretty, and I put it up on Saturday. And some guy had a great comment. He said, "Wow, wow, wow,
yeah.
wow, wow, wow."
Did you notice that you said when she looked pretty?
No,
You just said that.
Yeah.
in the picture when the picture was taken,
Yeah.
when she looked
When?
pretty.
You know,
Then,
the good old
back
days.
then,
Yeah.
No, I didn't mean that.
I mean,
I meant in the
then.
picture when you looked pretty in the picture.
That one time.
Back then.
Yeah.
Way back then.
Wait.
Damn it.
I came across this. It was just kind of a weird thing that was when I was looking at different news things, whatever. And it doesn't really make sense to me, I don't think. Here's how you should fall correctly. So if
Fall.
you're going to fall, how you should fall
Not on your
correctly.
hand.
Not on your
Not on
hand.
your hand. You'll break your
Yeah,
wrist.
you're putting all your weight on your wrist.
You
Yeah.
kind of dove, kind of trying.
Well, I tripped forward.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I had
The
to
momentum.
decide at that point, should I put a hand out or not? But I knew falling on my shoulder would probably be better.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it depends on how you're falling, whatever. But this says try to let your butt absorb the impact. I think you break your tailbone.
Yeah, but your butt's got a
Depends-
lot more cushion than you
Yeah,
think.
And it depends on how far you're falling from. But yeah, if you want to try and like land on your.
So, like, if I jump out of a window, like a building?
No, you don't want to do that.
Fall on
if
your
you're,
ass?
If you're falling, not if you jump.
Oh, okay.
If you
But
fall and you jump and you land on your ass, or if you land straight up and down like that, you're going to shatter your bones.
Right.
I think if you're falling or even jumping from a lower area, whatever, if you can tuck a shoulder, if you can.
Yes.
If you can like roll.
Right. I think
Yeah.
that's a lot better. Or if you're like, if I'm jumping out of your second story, I'm jumping on my feet and rolling.
Right. That's what I would do too.
I'm not landing on my butt.
No,
Oh,
but
yeah.
but the thing is that this is I think saying if you're falling, like if you're walking
Like
and
an
you
older
fall,
person.
like you try to tuck and land on your arm.
It says to try and let your butt absorb the impact. Aim for something soft. Relax your body and melt into the ground. And it says tuck your chin so you protect your head and neck.
Yeah,
That's a lot.
Yeah.
I think a lot of it. I think more of it comes naturally than you think. You know.
I don't know if you can see. No, you can't really see.
Sexy
On
shoulder.
my shoulder, there is a big white spot from where I fell on the sidewalk.
Oh,
I was out
jeez.
running. I fell and just landed right on my shoulder. I ripped my hat. I skinned my face and my hands.
Oh,
It was
jeez.
rough. Yeah, remember I told you,
Yeah.
Traffic stopped. Traffic stopped. And the guy was like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "Yes, just go."
I meant to do that.
Ugh,
I was in the car with my daughter and her friend and my wife, and my daughter goes, "Mom, send me that video where Dad fell." And I go, "No, what are you doing back there? You guys just laughing at me falling?
Yeah.
Get out of here."
Of course. Remember Candyman?
Yes, Candyman.
Tony Todd, the actor that played Candyman, passed away last week. He was 69 years old. His other credits include Final Destination movies, The Crow, Night of the Living Dead, Platoon.
Yeah.
Night of the Living Dead remake. What was it?
He had a very scary face.
Yeah.
and
It was
a
a
very
weird look to
serious
him.
face.
Yeah.
Now he's dead.
Candyman's dead. Carmen, were you scared of Candyman? Was that before or after? Did you watch that or no?
I did not watch it, no, but there was the rumor,
Was that in your timeline, though?
Yes.
Where that would have been, teenage scared Carmen.
Yes. Yeah.
How about this one? Remember Airbud?
The dog?
Yeah. Airbud the dog. So his name was Buddy, the dog.
I don't
and
like
he
the
was
way you say it.
What?
It's not Airbud. It's Airbud. You said Airbud.
Okay.
Oh, what?
Well, it's like you say TV. You don't say TV. It's Airbud.
Airbud.
No,
Airbud.
Bud.
Airbud.
Air Jordan, not Air Jordan. Airbud.
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 No, you're saying it.
We're all saying it the same.
Yeah.
You say it again.
Airbud.
No, Airbud.
No.
Airbud.
Airbud.
Start over.
Airbud.
I mean, I'm
hold
hearing
on.
it like you're.
Airbud.
No.
Airbud.
Like I'll do the story. Right? Hey, remember the movie Airbud?
Hey, do you remember the movie Airbud?
Do you remember the movie?
Oh,
Nailed it.
all right.
It sounds like you're saying it the same though.
Yeah.
It's different.
Airbud.
That's better.
Airbud.
Air
Pause.
Bud.
Remember Airbud?
No, now you're dragging it out.
Well, his name was Buddy. He was a golden retriever and kicked off a whole film franchise. Sadly, the guy who owned Buddy is now on the streets.
Oh,
Yeah.
The dog kicked him out.
His name is Kevin DiCiccio.
Hey,
There, Kevin.
And he's credited for creating the Airbud character.
weird as I like the way you say, "Did you?"
In 11 movies. Unfortunately, he says
11.
Yeah.
that did not come with a paycheck from Disney. Kevin is currently at a shelter in San Diego,
Ow.
but is nearing the end of his 90-day limit. He also has COPD, the lung problem. So he needs power to use his oxygen tank concentrator that he has. Some of his friends have organized a GoFundMe for him to get him into assisted living.
Where's the dog?
It was Airbud. That was how long ago was that?
15 years, maybe.
No, that was like almost 30 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a while.
Well, then train another dog. What are you doing?
Oh, I'm sure they had multiple Airbuds.
right. So what's this guy doing? Get a new Airbud.
As of last night, they raised $10,000 so far. So
Oh, wow.
yeah, they're trying to help him out.
All
yeah.
right.
Meanwhile, they made like 150 million off
Yeah.
the movies.
But also, I mean,
That's on him, I think, a
work
little
your
bit.
deal. Yeah.
Yeah, but why does you don't know if he was snorting all that money away?
yeah, but they probably told him, like, listen, man, we can get another dog, so don't even try.
But
Yeah.
also think about the people who like do those one-liners for $250.
Right.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Like it's the dog. He's not getting paid the amount a star is getting made, and they weren't making that much on Disney movies back in the day.
Oh, you're crazy.
Well, Disney was, but actors and stuff weren't getting paid like that amount because they were just kid actors.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you right now.
Was it-
Airbud took his money to Ciccio and he blew it. He probably had a Ferrari at the time, and he license plate said Airbud.
You're a real negative Nelly
No,
today.
I'm the one that's like keep the massage parlors open. I'm positive.
But also, creating the character of Air Bud. What if he had a dog and he played basketball?
Yeah.
You know, okay, all right.
Yeah.
Thanks, Kevin.
Right, but could you train a dog to do all that kind of stuff?
He didn't train the dog.
Oh, he did?
I don't know why
No,
you
it's
gotta
just
yell
his
at me
dog.
about it.
How does the dog know how to play basketball?
It was his dog through the magic of movies.
Yeah, Disney.
It was his dog, and they say that he created the character Air Bud.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
so-
thought this guy taught the dog how to slam dunk.
And maybe he
Yeah.
did, but it doesn't say that in here or whatever.
Gotcha.
But I
And
mean, he went on to play all kind of sports, didn't
Yeah.
he? Didn't he play
Yeah.
football and baseball? And
I'm
So the
unfamiliar.
first Air Bud was basketball, and that came out in '97. And then he did football, soccer, baseball, volleyball, Air Buddies.
Hey, the
there was
49ers
multiple-
just called and asked if he can kick.
Yeah.
by the way, do you remember the Disney movie with the kicking mule?
Yes.
Remember that?
Yes, I do.
They used to there was a movie where
Yeah.
I feel like you're setting me up for a joke.
no, they had a mule that would kick for the college team or whatever.
no, you're right.
Football.
Yeah.
I mean, so that's really, did you really invent Air Bud, or was it
Yeah.
like, hey, instead of a donkey, let's get a dog? People like dogs more. You know?
I am so intrigued by the mystery of Disney. Like the things about the park and stories
yeah.
about that.
I love
Like,
that stuff,
I
too.
love all that stuff. And then the idea that Walt Disney's last words were Kurt Russell
Yeah.
Yeah.
blows my mind.
That's so weird.
Or that he would hide the fact that he was just a habitual chain smoker. Like he didn't want anybody to see that he was,
Walt Disney?
Yeah, he didn't
And-
want anybody to know that he was a smoker and he smoked like crazy.
And then the way he bought up all that land and
Yeah.
all the land they still own and what they're going to do, that's still I mean. And then you find out about these, celebrity retreats and tunnels and
Yeah.
all these things that I love all that stuff.
The B-52s have announced dates for their 2025 Vegas residency. It looks like actually,
Good idea.
yeah,
That's a band you should go see in Vegas.
they're out at the Venetian.
Nobody is going to see B-52s and walking out there going, I think I'm just going to go to bed. They're like, we are partying now.
They're at the Venetian. They're actually out there this weekend, so in 2024, but then they're going to be back in April of 2025. They have some dates out there as well. That's at the Venetian.
That's a good idea.
Out of Vegas, B-52. That's Vegas. Oh, wow.
I told you guys on Friday when we were at the Hard Rock, I saw the ads for Frankie Valley.
Yeah.
And I kind of want to go see it for myself.
Listen, I will go.
Yeah.
I will go see Frankie Valli again, even though you're just seeing him stand there.
It's like a Hall of Presidents animatronic.
Yeah.
Air Frankie.
Yeah, I mean it's if it's anything like the videos online,
It's a lot like it.
I really feel like I have to see them for myself.
Will you stop the show? Will you save Frankie Valley?
I'll try.
Yeah. Carry him off like a baby.
Man. It is weird, and I want to
is
go
weird.
so bad.
I talked to him after a show one time, and it was awkward.
I've seen him in a couple interviews
Yeah.
talking about the viral videos and stuff, and I don't know, it's just weird. He's like frozen on. It's
What
wild.
could he still be touring for? Like, what is? He's not getting BJ's backstage. He's not getting. He doesn't need the money.
I always think of the scene from the movie where he's like, I'm just like the Energizer Bunny. I just keep going and going and
Yeah,
going.
but at some point, he hasn't written a song. He hasn't performed a song.
But
what
I
is it?
think that a few things. One, he's a performer. I feel like he thinks if he stops, he's dead.
Might be
And
true.
two is, if you go out and I don't know what he's playing to, a couple thousand people, a night, and they're all cheering for you, that makes you feel good.
Yeah, but then
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah.
And you get brought around to all the different places. You're staying in nice hotels. You have nice meals and everything. And then every night you go out and people cheer for you.
Yeah.
That's not a bad life.
Just the contrast of the guys behind him, and they're all like,
Yeah.
and he's just like frozen.
Barely move.
It's so,
He's holding the
He holds the
microphone.
mic so far.
Oh, it's so weird.
Yeah.
We got to go. We have to go.
I would go. I saw him before. It was good.
Yeah.
The guys on stage with him are really good, and I've seen the play and the movie, and
I want to see Frankie. I want to see what the crowd looks like, the people watching. It's
yeah.
Some sad news. You just can't have everything go your way. You started out one way and then you just made millions because you went on Dr. Phil and then OnlyFans and stuff. Bad Baby.
Oh no.
Catch Me Outside girl has cancer.
What?
Yeah. She's
Really?
under doctor's care. Yeah. So I guess people were bagging on her about losing weight. And so she put out a cryptic message saying, not so cryptic, saying, sorry, my cancer medication made me lose a bunch of weight. I'm trying to gain it back and blah, blah, blah.
she just had a baby.
Well,
This just in from Dr. Phil. Dr. Phil laughing. Cancer caught her outside.
Yeah, so she has cancer. Well,
It didn't say what kind or anything like that?
doesn't say.
Probably
Yeah, she didn't really give a lot of information
Oh,
about it
that's-
and stuff, but she is under a doctor's care.
Damn it.
So, then finally, Beyonce snagged her 11th Grammy nomination Friday, making her the all-time leader with 99 Grammy nominations.
Unbelievable.
She also has the most wins at 32, and former president Jimmy Carter just became the oldest nominee. He is 100.
Wow.
Yeah, so
Reading
he's
his
100
book?
years old. Yeah, doing his book.
No, it would be great if he put out an album where
Yeah.
he sings Beyonce.
I have a bunch of different ones. I don't know if you want to any of the ones. Album of the year, record of the
Sure.
year.
Tell me album of the year. Tell me who is nominated. Give me the name of the album, and I'll tell you who the artist is.
No, you won't, but
Okay.
I'll give it to you anyways.
All right.
New Blue Sun,
No clue.
Jelly Roll.
Andre 3000,
He's still a thing?
Cowboy Carter.
That
Beyonce.
is Beyonce.
Correct. Short and sweet.
Oh, I know.
That's
Sabrina
Pat Pat.
Carpenter.
Yes. Brat. We just talked about this because Brat's the word.
Right.
Yep, we did.
Word of the year.
I can't remember.
Dua Lipa.
Charlie XCX.
Yeah.
Am I saying that right, by the way? Is that XCX? I don't know whether it was,
Airbud.
10 thing.
I'm here to tell you. When you say it wrong, I'll let you know.
Yeah. Jesse, Volume 4.
You're saying Jesse to Jesse?
No, it's Jesse,
Oh,
Volume 4.
that's the name of the album?
Yeah.
I'm going to say it's by Jesse.
I'm going to say that I will give you $4 million if you can tell me who this is.
So it's so funny because I know who I don't know. I read this before, but I don't know who it is. I can't think of it. But
But if you know,
I know.
I've never even heard of this
Who?
artist. I don't know whether any of you have either. Jacob Collier?
No, I think I only know it because I saw it pop up on my display on the radio.
I feel like I've seen the
Yeah.
name somewhere, but I couldn't tell you what it sounds like.
By the way, Carmen, the guy said he reached out to you. He reached out to me as well. For some reason, on the digital display on your car's stereo, it says 102.5 The Bone, and then it has a drop down, and it says 102.5 Furry FM.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that in the car.
The guy asked me, he goes, "Do you know why I would do that?" I go, "I have no idea."
I saw it in the car too.
I go, "Is it a setting on your thing or something?" So then I asked John Brennan. I go, "Hey,
It's probably a John Brennan thing.
well, it may be the feed for the HD2, the whatever the read thing, whatever." He goes, "I'll check into it." And
Yeah,
find
I
out."
saw
So-
it.
So why
Furry
is
FM,
it
yeah.
furry?
I don't know.
You know why?
John,
They talk in their album. Hey, welcome to Furry FM.
Oh, I actually know who this kid is. Okay, so he does some stuff with Lawrence. He's a popular guy, I guess. Whatever he does, produces a bunch, and yeah.
I kind of feel like I've heard the name, but couldn't tell you what he looks like or what he does.
Oh, weird looking little dude.
I know I heard a lot of people over the weekend bitching about Shane Gillis not being up for a comedy album.
Yeah.
And,
Oh yeah.
Who is?
I don't know if you got it over there.
Let me see
It
if I
was
have
Dave
comedy.
Chappelle.
Of course, it was Dave Chappelle. Dave
That
Chappelle's-
weird one that wasn't even a comedy special with him talking.
Ricky Gervais, which Armageddon, Dave Chappelle, the Dreamer, Jim Gaffigan, Nikki Glazer, Trevor Noah. So
Okay,
I mean,
so
I
they're
get
all
it,
comedians.
but his was funnier than.
Yeah.
I saw Ricky Gervais and I like him, and that was funny. I saw Dave Chappelle's and I like him. That wasn't particularly funny. I didn't think. Jim Gaffigan, I love. I saw that and it was funny. Nikki Glazer, I watched part of and turned off because it wasn't great. Trevor Noah, I just don't like. But I guarantee, I can tell you, out of the ones I watched, Shane Gillis's was far better.
It's interesting. I can watch something from somebody I don't like and tell you if it's good. Like Trevor Noah, I don't like him either. But if I watched his special and it was funny, I'd be like, "Oh, it was pretty." Jim Jeffries, we had a massive fight with Jim Jeffries, and we were hating him and mother effing him for months. Then I watched his special and I was like, "God damn it, this is so funny."
We never said he wasn't funny.
Yeah.
The whole reason
I
we had
know,
him on
but
the show was
it-
because I said he was funny.
But I was like, I hate this bitch now. He'll
Right.
never do anything to make me like him. And then I watched his special and I actually tweeted at him. It pains me to say this, but this special is hilarious. And he wrote back, "Thanks, mate." It was very funny.
You want him to suck though, because
Oh,
Yeah.
I was watching it with such hate that I was
Right,
like, "There's
right.
no way this is going to be good." And then I'm like, all right. This is hilarious.
I'll tell you this: they have Nikki Glazer doing the roast of the football players.
Yeah.
Like after the game, she'll do the different stuff. I thought it was actually pretty funny. Like she had some good
She's
stuff.
funny.
In one of the ones that I watched.
I saw it week 1, and week 1 it was horrible.
So,
it was very awkward.
Maybe it's gotten better, but she had some good ones, and I was like, oh yeah, that was pretty good.
Yeah, I was like, this is so forced and awkward, and the jokes aren't funny. But that was week 1.
And
Speaking
I was surprised that they let her do some of the stuff that they let her do.
That's the key.
I was like, oh, all right.
Speaking of forced and awkward, Tom Brady. Jesus,
Yeah,
it's too much. It was actually a lot better than it's been. Like he's getting better and better, but so many cliches. It's just cliche after cliche after cliche, and I hate that guy he does the game with. Burke.
He's such a robot.
Yeah,
like there's no animation in his voice. It is just
he actually got a lot better. I thought. I thought this week was the best one so far.
I agree that but. It is still cool when he's down on the sidelines with all the Bucs players.
You know what's so funny is
I get excited about that.
After the game, they were showing the coaches, and they showed his partner there. I forgot that guy's name.
Alex,
Alec.
the TB12 guy.
Yeah. And I was like, "What's he doing there?" And then I realized, oh, Brady.
Oh, he goes to Brady everywhere. Yeah. You see, Gruden was at the game.
Oh, he was.
Gruden was at the game in the owner's box with the Glazers.
What?
And they showed him up on the screen. Yeah.
Oh, welcome back, John Gruden.
I guess they're saying that he's kind of, reconciling with all the stuff, everything's going on.
Oh,
one of the Glazers' sons.
Of the Bucs again.
Yeah.
One of the Glazers' sons.
Oh, that would be crazy.
That would be insane.
That would be crazy.
One of the Glazers' sons is gay, and he made a gay slur in one of those emails. And we're all guilty of doing that at some point in our life. And it's a matter of how you change and how you act in the future. So if Gruden said, "Hey, I screwed up,"
he was on the sidelines before the game, and then they showed him up on the screen.
Wow!
They're like John Gruden, and the crowd kind of popped for him.
Did he point to where his name used to be on the Ring of Honor?
That's the first thing I thought. I'm like, man, your name used to be right there, and now it's not.
If Cox called me up and said, "Hey, listen, this thing is really blowing up. We have to take your name out of the Ring of Honor to make ourselves look good," I'd go, "Okay, I get it." You know what I mean? I get it. I wouldn't be mad at you for having a safe face.
Yeah, but he was sitting right there in the owner's box with the Glazers.
Oh, dude. Our next coach, the return of JG.
Oh,
that would be something, man.
By the way, they're talking about replacing Tom Brady already with Airbud. So, all right. Better quarterback.
It's funny that the play where Baker is like holding off Bosa, and still Tom Brady said that's one of the best plays he's ever seen a quarterback make.
Tom
which I
Brady
thought that's some praise, man.
He loves Baker Mayfield.
Yeah,
he loves Baker Mayfield, man.
Some of the other Grammy nominees. Do you want me to continue with these titles that you're never going to guess?
No. Is there more albums?
Yeah, Hit Me Hard and Soft.
Oh, that's Jelly Roll.
No, it's Billie Eilish. The Rise and Fall of a Midwest Princess.
That is Jelly Roll.
Chapel Roan.
Oh.
The Tortured Poets Department.
That's
Taylor Swift.
I believe Chapel Roan will win everything.
She should. She's really, really good. Although it's going to be a very short career.
Yeah.
I think she's the next Billie Eilish.
I think she's bananas, and she winds up either killing herself.
Listen,
that might be true.
She's already telling fans like, "Don't approach me in public. If I'm not in I'm not in my makeup, then I'm not performing."
She's got a good voice, but I don't like the songs. I don't know.
I do like the songs.
I wish she had better songs. I don't know.
Pink Pony Club. She went up to one of the people on the red carpet. You were rude to me at blah blah blah. You should apologize. You should apologize. And it's like, settle down. 15 minutes.
Yeah. She's not around long enough to do that.
Right.
Did you guys see Taylor Swift when she was getting out of the golf cart in the Chiefs tunnel? Like the security of the Chiefs game, they're like, "Get back, and she goes, "Get back, please."
Right.
Yeah. Like you don't have to be a dick about it.
Yeah, because that reputation gets on her now. Now she's the one that they yell that it's Taylor Swift made us all get back.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's always the people around the artist that are such idiots, and
she's the best. I love her.
She is like she can't do anything wrong.
That made her look like such a great person.
Best rock album is rock bands. Finally,
okay.
A lot of times they don't
rarely,
do rock bands.
But I don't even know a new rock band album.
Well, Happiness Bastards, Black Crowes.
Oh yeah, okay.
I don't know this Romance. Fontaine's DC. That I don't know.
No.
Saviors, Green Day. I don't know this one.
Green Day had a new album?
Tank. Tangk. Tank by Idols.
Really weird. You're saying that right.
Dark Matter, Pearl Jam.
Yeah.
Hackney Diamonds, Rolling Stones.
Okay.
No Name, Jack White. By the way, Jack White, are you going to live in this country anymore? Listen, I like Jack White's music.
Yeah, he's
he's very talented and stuff, but
don't be a douche.
Yeah, you're not the Joker. Stop dyeing your hair blue, you weirdo.
Did you watch Bill Burr on Saturday Night Live?
I saw a little bit. I saw his monologue.
Yeah, so did
I only saw some clips of it. I didn't see
It was good. It was good. But he goes, you're 2-0 against this guy.
Yeah. He goes, ladies, maybe leave the pantsuit alone next time. He's like, clearly it's not working. Yeah, he was a lot of women
Typical
were upset
Bill.
about. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's some stuff, but whatever.
Oh, okay, makes jokes.
I saw a
But
couple
also,
articles.
they said that before to him. They're like, people are upset, and he goes, who? Who's
Yeah.
upset? He goes, they were already upset. He goes, it's not like I'm losing any fans. He goes, it's people that are already mad at me. Who cares?
Good for him.
Yeah, so that's pretty much it. Best rap album.
Nope.
Best rap performance.
Kendrick Lamar.
Let's see. Best rap performance. The Kendrick Lamar is in there. Not Like Us.
What about
Cardi B is in there.
Tyler,
Eminem.
the Creator?
No.
Okay.
He's too busy with his OnlyFans.
Jelly Roll.
Jelly Roll? No, I don't see Jelly Roll.
No Jelly
anywhere.
Roll.
Yeah.
That's because he's not fat anymore.
Might be.
Well,
Did he even put it out
He's
an
still
album, though?
he's still fat. He's not as fat
So,
as he was. He's lost over 100 pounds.
He was at the Tennessee football game over the weekend,
saw.
and he was doing push-ups with the cheerleaders.
Wow.
He's lost a ton of weight.
He was doing push up.
Push-up, yeah. But I mean, still, he was like, he was getting like a push-up or
because
two.
the cheerleaders were over there
Right.
doing like 4, and he went. Hey, listen, I'm not doing much more. So.
I think he said he's lost over 100 pounds
Yeah,
already.
he
Like,
has.
you can tell just seeing him.
Yeah. He's realizing, hey, I'm really rich now, and I'm touring a bunch, and I want to be around for a while.
Yeah.
What's the over under until he takes those tattoos off his face?
I don't think you can.
Oh, you can.
Yeah,
Look
yeah.
at Pete Davidson and Steve O. They're all getting them off
Yeah,
now.
you could take them off and then just have decals put on,
Yeah, but I think the tattoos are cool now. They've made it.
I don't.
Look at Post Malone, super popular in every genre.
Couldn't
Tattoo
stop
face.
staring at Bam Margera's face tattoo when I
Yeah.
was talking to him the other day. It's just awkward. And
Yeah.
Bam makes it work. I mean, like, Bam's the kind of
Yeah,
guy that should
I
have
don't
a
know.
face tattoo. All right, we got to take a break. And when we come back, we're going to talk to Bobby Kelly. Bobby was in Cuba the last week. And while he was there in Cuba, a massive hurricane hit and knocked the power out of the entire island. And then an earthquake hit Cuba yesterday. We'll talk to Bobby Kelly next on 102.5 The Bone. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go. I don't even know if he's live in Cuba or if he's live in the United States. He's wearing a hat that looks like it was made by Cuban refugees. Let's talk to my number one best friend, Robert Kelly.
Hola. Hola.
Hola, Roberto.
Ah,
Mi español es muy bien.
sí. Sí.
Sí.
Sí, por favor.
Look at you. Thank God you're safe.
Buddy, I think I'm done doing dangerous stuff for a while, or
You're not a dangerous body kind of guy. You don't have the build for that.
what? What, will you just call me fat?
No. Actually, you look quite thin.
Buddy, can I just tell you something? I don't want to insult because I know you live in Florida, which is, I could have just went to Miami. Next time I want to go to Cuba, I'll just go to Miami.
Yeah, it's like Cuba with air conditioning.
Buddy, it's like Cuba if we didn't put an embargo.
Yeah, exactly. So let's start from the beginning. So I'm on the phone with you. I
Yeah.
haven't talked to you really a lot because you were at comedy camp, so we didn't talk to you then. Then you came back, and I still don't know the details from that. This is what your last text said to me about comedy camp. It said, started out good, ended up bad, real bad. So I don't even know what that's about. Then the following texts that I got from you are just about me being fat and drinking sparkly soda and going to Taco Bell. Then a mad text because you went to Taco Bell. And then I didn't hear anything from you. Then I talked to you on the phone. And now, I go a month without my best friend. And now you're like, I'm going to Miami to do shows with Ari. And then we're going to Cuba. We have our own trip planned. And I'm not even involved in the trip or nothing. You didn't even say I'll be in your state. Nothing. And then I was like, all right, I want to go to Cuba. And you said, so come.
Whoa.
Your portrayal of me
It's perfect.
in stories is nuts.
So
Did you never do your story? This is you. I want to go to Cuba.
Yeah. So I said I want to go to
Why
Cuba.
invite me?
Yeah, that's exactly what I said. I said I want to go to Cuba. You didn't invite me to Cuba.
You want me to translate, Bobby?
Yes.
He wants you to invite him to
Yes.
Cuba. Mike, will you
want-
please come to Cuba with me?
Yes.
That's somebody who's invited you to a ton of stuff.
Yeah.
And not just, a little dinner out, like stuff he doesn't invite regular people. This is like an honor to get invited to this. And I want to go, and you don't show up.
Yeah, I
You
wanted to
just
go
don't-
to Cuba. I've been dying to go to Cuba.
You wouldn't have made it, big boy.
First of all, I feel like it's a guy's trip, not a family trip. And Pete and I have talked about going to Cuba together. And then all of a sudden, you and Ari are going. And I was like, I want to go to Cuba. And you go, so come. You won't take off the time of work.
You wouldn't have made it through the airport.
Oh, you're wrong.
You wouldn't have, buddy.
I'm a slick traveler.
Buddy, there's no AC at the airport.
Oh, I wouldn't have made it through the airport.
And there was a 2.5 hour line, 17 lines going into 2 lines.
That's
And
ridiculous.
there's military around. It's not like you can Karen out and go, I want to see a manager. This is ridiculous.
I mean, I'd prefer to be like I'm a superstar, not that I'm Karening out.
Yeah, everybody knows Mike Calta.
Yeah, in Cuba. I look a lot like Fidel, so you never know. So okay, so you and Ari, you do your shows in Miami, they go well, and you're like, all right, let's hop a flight to Cuba.
No, we wanted to go to Cuba for 3 years.
Right.
He was supposed to go last year. I couldn't go. 2 years ago, I couldn't go. I said, please wait for me because I've always wanted to go to Cuba.
Okay, like friends.
And you want to go to another country with a guy like Ari who has no fear.
Yes.
You don't want to go with a guy like me who is a little afraid. You'll just stay in the casa the whole week. Right? You'll go to the same 4 restaurants. Go to, and then that's it. So you want to go with him because he's out of his mind.
Yeah. Did he shave his face yet?
He shaved everything. He looked normal.
Okay.
I told him no ding stuff, no whipping your stuff out, no Ari.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He could have pooped in the street and nobody would have cared here. It would have been all right there.
All right.
But, buddy, we got there and it's such a look at man. It's the best thing and the worst thing parallel running next to each other.
If you're there and you're rich and you're part of the government, it's a great thing. If you're a citizen, it's terrible.
I don't know, man. These people are all right. You know what I mean? It's not like they're not going to rob you. They're not going to kill you. I mean, they're going to rob you, but they're not going to kill you.
Yeah, some of them will.
But it's gotten more dangerous in the last couple of years, I guess, because of things have gone down. When Obama opened it up, I don't want to get too political, but then Trump shut it all down. They started losing money again. But, buddy,
where did you stay? You stayed in the casino like where Hyman Roth lives?
We can't stay in casinos, dude. We're Americans. We're supposed to be there to help the Cuban people.
So what does that mean?
I'm helping the Cuban people. That means you're going to buy stuff off the Cuban people and give them a little cash.
Oh, brother.
Your phone doesn't work. Your phone is dead.
Right.
Your credit card's dead.
Your credit cards don't work either.
You can't. We have an embargo, dude. This is a communist country.
I don't talk to me like I don't know about history. I just am saying I'm a little confused.
You're right. No, you're right. I'll take that one.
All right. So you go there with what? A wad of cash?
But that's the thing. You got to decide how much cash you want to take. Like, do you want to? If you take too little, you're screwed. If you take, and something happens, you're done.
Yeah.
If you take too much, you might, get robbed and lose money. I don't know. I took $2,000.
Okay. Which should
and
be.
Ari said, Ari's like, I'm just going to take my euros and my Canadian to get rid of them. First of all, nobody wants a Canadian bill anywhere on the planet.
Not even in Canada.
They don't want a loony?
Yeah. Nobody wants a loony. Buddy, those people, as soon as he pulled them out, blah, right? So then he tells me this story. He's like, dude, do me a favor. Get $2 bills. Go to the bank, get $2. I go, all right, well, you could go to the bank too and get $2, right? He's like, no, just do it. I'm like, all right, I'll do it. So I had Don do it. So I get, I don't know, $200 and $200 bills.
Right.
Crisp $2. Because he said, They're magic down there. You give somebody a $2 bill, it's a $7 bill.
He's never been there, has he?
Never been to Cuba, but he's been all over South America.
Right.
So he's like, when I was in Ecuador, I would give a $2 bill, and the town would gather. Let me tell you something. I gave around 40 $2 bills out. You know what's better than a $2 bill? 3 $1 bills. Nobody gives a crap. Nobody. I mean, I kept doing it. I was like, I put it on the table. Nice, huh? And they'd be like, see. One old guy was like, I don't know, good luck, maybe. until the last day, dude. I go into this coffee shop. I give this young smoker waitress a $2 bill. She loses it. The manager grabs it and starts looking at it with glasses like, is this counterfeit? Then runs out of the cafe onto the street to another guy. He takes it. I walk out. Ari goes, you gave her a $2 bill, didn't you?
She knew. I
was like, yeah. Buddy, it was from the second we start, the Casa's great with downtown Havana, historic street. I mean, we're in the old car from the airport. Everything is, except for the line, everything's going great. We hit the street as fast as we can. I mean, drop our bags and start walking to, I don't know where the hell we're going. Within, 10 minutes, we're in somebody's house with a motorcycle in it, with a dirty bed, and Ari's being ripped off of most of his Canadian money for fake Cohiba cigars that look like, it looked like I rolled them in your basement,
right,
in the dark with Newport tobacco, right? Cohiba, I don't even know it was spelled right. And then this guy is just this, I'm talking dark as pumpernickel Cuban dude, right? I mean, this guy, he looked like he was in a video game. I mean, this neighborhood we were in was on the other side of the yellow zone, which you're supposed to stay in the yellow zone. Yeah. We're in the gray zone, right? And we got suckered there. Some lady, this was 2 suckers we were. We're at a red light. Oh, and she scares me. She goes, oh, I saw you at the airport. I was picking up my aunt. I saw you too. How's it going? I was like, oh, hey, I remember. I'm literally like, I remember you.
You fell for it right out of the gate.
So me and Ari are walking with this lady because we just got hit by this other guy who we got away. So we were kind of just in shell shock. We made it. All of a sudden, this lady, she's walking us down. She won't leave. She's shooing other people away. Takes us down this other. You want cigars? I don't know. Maybe there's a festival. Oh yeah. By the way, festival every day in Cuba. It only lasts till 5, but there's only 5 minutes left. No matter what time you get into wherever where it is, only 5 minutes left. It lasts till 5, but it's only 5 minutes left. And that's the day where the government lets the Cuban people keep all the money they make from their things.
In that time, okay.
It just lets you know that happens every day.
Right.
The festival happens every day. And the same guy will come up to you so we're in the house. He's buying these cigars. I'm hearing him getting ripped off. I'm just like trying to survive. I don't want them to get my money. So I'm just walking out. Remember Major League? Remember the voodoo locker?
Oh, yeah. Joe Boo.
Dude, in the corner, there's just a little doll that has been burnt and all this voodoo stuff in the corner of this room.
Don't mess with it.
Yeah. That's Santeria.
Buddy, some Santeria. I go, hey, dude, what about this? I just all bossing. Hey, what's this over here? I want to, dude, from the set. Then we wind up walking. Because I was like, all right, let's go down this way. He says, let's go down this way, like we're in the East Village.
Right, like he knows where he's going and just wants to explore.
Let's go down this way.
Yeah.
And he's walking like, did you ever see a deer walk in the woods where they're just looking? Just slowly, and they just keep looking. He's walking through the hood of Cuba. I'm trying to walk like New Yorker. I'm getting
like you belong there.
Dude, I'm talking probably a 40-minute walk, 45-minute walk. And as we were walking,
now I'm really glad I
got worse and worse. There's poop on the street everywhere.
From Ari.
I mean, there's
Who's pooping on the street? The people?
But I can't tell because of the size. Like at the end of it, it's yellow. It's all kinds of colors. It's green. It's bright yellow. It's dark brown. There was an array. I know. I've seen every poop there is. This last week. The garbage, the bombed out buildings, and and every male there from I had 3 to 68. Looks like he wants to murder you. Like is looking at you like you're dead.
Yeah.
You're dead.
Yeah.
But the funny thing is that you say something to them and they start talking and I think it's just hot.
Right.
They're just like, yo, man.
They're oppressed people. They're in a bad mood all the time.
Yeah, it was, but. And then we make it back to the concert. We go out to the Buena Vista Club. Ari gets drunk. He dances. He sings. He's on stage. I'm laughing my butt off. We go now. We had a great day and then we were supposed to go down to Velado and spend the night. I think that's what it's called. And the guy was like, dude, there's a he called it a tropical storm coming. It should be fine.
Who said this to you? The guy from
the owner of the casa.
Okay.
Yeah, we had a beautiful casa, dude. Our casa was great. It was stocked.
That means house.
It's a casa.
Yeah.
Por favor. I know 3 words. Let me use them.
Okay, sorry.
De nada. So listen.
I bet you know 4 words, Gordo.
So yeah, dude, this guy was like, he kept coming to the room. It's category 1. It turned into category. He's like category 2, category 3. We're gonna lose power. We might lose water.
What are you thinking the minute they tell you there's a category 3-ish hurricane coming? Are you like, we got to get out of here? Or you're like, oh, we should be okay.
No, dude, there was a point. So me and Ari, because Ari's crazy.
Right.
The day the storm's coming, he's like, hey, let's go take a walk on the beach.
Yeah. Like I picture Ari to be like Tom Hanks in Castaway when the storm comes, or he's yelling at the war. I will beat you.
Buddy, so we're walking around. No, it was kind of cool because nobody's on the streets.
Yeah.
And then we're on the beach. We're saying we're going to walk to the hotel from Godfather 2.
Okay.
It's a far walk. It's like a 35, 40-minute walk.
Oh my God.
Either on the water or through the hood, right? So we're walking, we're like on the water walking, and all of a sudden we saw, I don't know, it had to be like a 4-star general.
Wait, can I ask a quick question? Do you not want to take a cab, or are you guys just, we're walking guys?
Buddy, it's like if you take a cab, I don't know, it's like, I was into it because I was like, let's go. I like walking.
Okay.
And I'm with Ari. So my whole goal was to not be afraid because I'm afraid to travel. I'm afraid to go to these other countries. Dude, I was afraid to go to Belgium. You know what I mean?
I don't know what that's about.
Because I grew up in Boston. I have this thing that I've been beat up so many times going in the wrong neighborhood.
Right. Yeah. You think a whole country.
Yeah, it's like, I was 6 guys. I'm at a party, and I'm all of a sudden getting kicked in the ribs by 6 guys thrown into a bush.
I get you.
So it's like that's still in me to,
Plus, you did have bad experiences in Colombia.
What?
What was it? Brazil?
Oh, Brazil. Yeah, Brazil was nuts. But that's because I was that fat idiot Patrice trying to become the mayor of Brazil with candy and 50-cent pieces. Obrigado. Shut up. 3 words. Stop buying hookers' TVs.
Now, what is that? What is that nightlife like? I know you're a married guy, but does Ari partake in any hookers or anything?
No. You can't do any of that, dude. Like I said, that guy. We're on the beach. Some 4-star general. I was like, starts talking to this guy. He's like, get off the beach. It's illegal to be on the beach right now. That's one thing Cuba does. You cannot be on the beach. You can't be on the street. And they take everybody who's in the zone out of their house. You don't have a choice. Let's go. The government comes by and says, out, let's go. You can grab your stuff, but we got to go.
Right.
They put them in shelters. Nobody died. They really do take care of the people that way. So they really care about that. And So we had to go home. And when we got home, bro,
Not home.
buddy,
To your casa.
casa,
Yeah.
and dude, it's so crazy. When the lights went out, we were all like, yeah, all right, cool. Lights went. We got candles. We had to go around like locals. We had to go wait in lines to get cheese, queso. We had to go and I had to get ham. Like, we had to go get provisions. But you know me, dude. First of all, I didn't tell anybody, but I have everything under the sun.
I knew that. The minute that your wife told me this, I said, "Oh, that's my boy." I knew he'd be prepared.
Dude, I had power banks. I had 3 power banks. I had a camping light. I had 4 dehydrated. I had beef stroganoff, mac and cheese, pad thai, eggs. Dude, I packed all this. I already had a sock, a pair of socks, and 1 single sock, and a t-shirt. I had everything under the sun. So I was like, bring it on.
Yeah.
I walked out with a light on my neck, and I got a power bank and all this stuff. I got mad at me because in the first night of the blackout, I fell asleep with Deadpool 2 playing on my phone. He comes in. What are you doing? We might not have power for 4 days, and you're watching a stupid movie. I'm like, it's no man go to sleep. Ryan Reynolds' voice.
So how bad did it hit?
Buddy, it hit. I mean, we were lucky because in our casa, we were kind of 4-walled. One of those, almost like a brownstone in New York type building with a courtyard in the middle.
No, no ventanas.
Excuse me.
No windows.
We had windows. Yeah, they had to put bars in front of my window. It's an old building, but the places that got whacked a lot were right outside of our area. And then outside the city got hit pretty hard. But it came in, the power goes out, it came through. We were hanging out all night in like a hallway. They were drinking beers.
What are you doing for it? What are you throwing dice or playing chess?
To the owner. And they had some lady next to us. She was from Romania originally. She lives in the UK now. Dressed like a gypsy. Her body was like 4 different bodies put together. I mean, I think somebody made her. I mean, she had huge gazoogas, thin waist, flat butt, fat front, but fat knees, skinny calves, fat ankles. And her head was huge, but her face was small. I don't know.
Yeah. So you just hung out in the hallway the whole time the hurricane passed. How hot is it?
Well, it was kind of breezy because of the hurricane, but it got hot, and like once the power went out, it was very weird. I don't know. I just haven't been in something like that, and then there's no moon, there's nothing, but we were having fun during the hurricane. We stayed up until 1 a.m. We ate food the day before, and then the day of, and then the next morning, power gone. No water because the tank couldn't get filled. And I think that Yugoslavian fat vampire that was staying next to us, I think she took a bath.
Oh, well, you had no water?
Yeah, because she was cooking every day. She brought like a ton of food. This food is bad. It sucks. I cook my own food. So I think she used all of our hot water. We were together. We had like a big tank.
Right.
She had a tub. And I think she took a bath. I think she took 2 baths and washed all her dishes.
Oh, gee.
Ari was so pissed at it. But yeah, dude. Then the thing that really was crazy is, okay, no electricity stinks, right? You can't leave. Like, you can't leave the casa. Because, dude, it's like you're in the middle of it. Even though we were in a good neighborhood.
Yeah.
At night, you're still getting whacked up for money. People still need stuff. They need stuff more now.
Yeah.
There's no electricity. There's no water. There's no, so we had to stay in this, like, hunker down. And during the day, we could go out, and then we went out the next day. We did I think we walked up to, that's the day we walked up to the hotel in The Godfather. Because the hotels had lights.
Oh, yeah, generators, yeah.
They have generators. They don't want those people not having power. They need that tourism,
the money going in there.
So there's no food, dude. There's nothing. Even when the lights are on, it's basic this, that, and this. And it's not that bad. People say Cuba has crap. It's fine. It's not, Tampa. It's not St. Pete. It's not Eddie V's.
Cuban food is some of the best food I've ever had. When I lived in Miami,
no. You had Cuban food where in America where they went to a super Stop and Shop and bought spices and stuff.
Yeah. Oh, so you're getting all the.
No, in Cuba, you're eating a pig that was on a piece of wood in the park.
Yeah, I got you.
Dude, we're in a record store. So he's like, I want to go to the record store. I'm thinking there's a store. We have to go in the hood, and we're walking around, and we're like, record store. And some guy walks up, and we're like, no. And he goes, no, right here. There's a hallway into this this building's like falling apart with records on the walls. So we walk up 3 floors, dude. I'm like, we're dead. We're dead.
Yeah.
There's nobody around to help us. We're walking up. We go into this lady's house. This young kid, I told you, looks like he wants to murder you. Oh, come on. He takes us through the kitchen where his wife is and the baby and a couple dogs that looks into somebody else's house, into this room, and this Cuban woman comes in. There's just a room full of records and trinkets, and they're all old.
You're like picking stuff out of their own collection.
Not me. I don't care about records, dude. I go to Apple Tunes or Spotify. This hipster nerd is on his knees going through. He wants, He's trying
to find old Cuban records?
Yeah, he wants old Cuban. Yeah, exactly. He wants the music we heard the first night,
right?
But he wants to buy albums. I'm sitting there, dude. I'm waiting for him to get out of it. I'm literally facing the door. I already picked out 4 things I'm going to kill people with. I'm Denzel Washington in this thing, dude. I'm doing the slow motion thing. He comes in, I slice his throat. She gets up, I punch her in the side, kick her knee sideways. And all of a sudden I hear.
What is that?
Exactly, dude. So I look behind me and there's just a hole in the wall that was made. And I'm so scared. I think it's some dude. I'm so scared. I take my phone, I put it around the corner because I don't want to look myself. Dude, there's a 50-pound hog
in the house.
Dude, there's a massive pig.
Oh
in
my God!
In this closet.
That's called a glory hole, Bobby. Oh,
dude, he's looking at me I swear to you, he's like, get me out of here, dude. Get me out of here.
The pig knows it's impending, dude.
I've been here for 3 years, dude. Get me out of here. I hate this music, man. Dude, it was so crazy. It's like they just had a pig in the house, man. I'm talking full grown.
Listen, I understand what your vision of going to Cuba. By the way, this is Bobby Kelly, who's back in America. Him and Ari Shafir went to Cuba, and I understand what you wanted to get out of Cuba. But now that it's over, isn't this 10 times better? The story that you have.
I tell you what, it was so crazy, so awesome.
When did you get home?
Well, dude, I'm going to tell you this. We were on the roof that night when we went to the hotel.
Right.
And we're just sitting there another night, no water.
You were on the roof of the hotel from The Godfather 2?
Next night after.
Where Hyman Roth had his birthday?
No. We were at that hotel. We smoked. We came back.
Right.
I'm saying we went to that hotel.
Okay.
We smoked some Cuban cigars. We had a little lunch. They had food there for the hotel. And then we had to walk back through the hood all the way to the house. We get to the casa. The sun's going down. We're like, all right, we got to get our candles out. Batteries are dead on everything now.
Right.
Water's gone. Food, we have cheese and sardines left.
Jesus.
Right? And then, so we're on the roof, and all of a sudden, it's dark out. I see an explosion, dude, in the distance. Just the sky lights up. Orange, blues. Great. And then you hear, and I'm like, dude, are we at war? What's happening? And then I'm looking over here, and the guy comes up who owns it. He's freaking out. He saw it. Everybody comes up on the roof, and then the lights go, dude.
Oh, it came back.
The city just, I mean, dude, I've never experienced something like that in my life where you're nothing. The only thing you have is sitting there. There's no phone. Dude, we still didn't know who won the election. That was like the big thing.
Oh.
I didn't find out until last night.
Because you have absolutely no communication with anybody.
We're like, well, we were going down there not to be part of the election. We didn't want to know. We didn't want to live with you guys. That's why we wanted to go there.
Hey,
Let's just go somewhere.
Let me ask you a question. At what point is your wife freaking out that she hasn't heard from you for days, or does she not expect to because you're in Cuba?
I mean, I don't believe that she cared 1 second. From the emotion I've received, I've been alive for 54 years, and I do comedy, and I know when somebody says this in that way and blah blah blah. From the emotional stats that I've received from her, I don't think she cares. I think there's a plan in place. Buddy.
Oh, I got you. Sure, go to Cuba. Maybe you want to go to Africa. I mean,
yeah. She knows, but it was crazy. As soon as the lights went on, brother, I've never felt a feeling like the place. We're looking at balcony. We hit the street. We're like, we went down to this place near a church. They're playing like music, and there's a restaurant, and everybody's there. I'm like, this is great. We have cigars. I was like, it's not the vibe. I go, what? No, this ain't it. This ain't the vibe. This ain't it. And I'm like, oh God, come on, dude. He's like, no, I want to go to Floridita. Within Hemingway used to go, and I go, dude, that's way.
Yeah. You walk.
I go, fuck it. I go, forget it.
Carmen,
got it.
Okay.
I go, let's go, buddy. They only had lights in our area.
Oh.
We're walking through the hood
in the dark,
and we don't realize it for 5 minutes. You can't see in front of your face, bro. It was like Night of the Walking Dead.
Would you say that's more dangerous when the people are, quote, pumpernickel brown?
Buddy, in darkness, everybody's pumpernickel. Buddy, we got in such a big fight, dude, because he's just talking. I'm like, shut up with your American accent.
Yeah, right.
That's all they need to hear is, oh, anyways, it's crazy.
And he's no threat.
Yeah, that's like a right? I'm getting Boston Bobby's coming back. I'm getting angry. People are walking up to us, dude. Then we have to walk through a park in the dark.
Right.
It's 12 at night.
How do you know where you're going? There's no GPS. There's no you're following maps.
Well, I'm good with maps. I can Jason Bourne a map.
Right.
I mean, not to toot my own horn,
no,
but I look at the map one day. I know where we're going, but I know where we have to go through this park, which during the day was creepy.
Okay.
Never
now
mind.
You're going night with no lights.
And I got nothing on me, dude. I got money. It's crazy. So we finally make it through this thing, and we're bickering now. I'm like, let's just go.
Right.
He's like, all right. At one point, he's like, all right, dude, we can go back. I'm like, it's too late now, dude. It's easy. We have to go to where that is. It's easier to go forward than to go back.
Right.
And we're bickering. He's an alpha male. We're fighting. He doesn't want to lose an inch to me. I'm like, screw you. He gets to the hotel, dude. He talked to 4 people on the street because he doesn't know how to shut his mouth and say no. He's, where are you from? Yankees? Yeah, I love Yankees. Shut up. Shut up. They lost, you loser. So then we're in the hotel. We're in this. They have no AC in this hotel, and we're in a cigar bar. We're yelling at each other. And then we kind of cool down. We get a cigar. We're like, let's just go back to where we were. So we go to the street, and then you could see way at the end, there was a little tiny light. We go, we have to make it there. So dude, we're walking. You can't see a foot in front of your face. We're walking down just trying to be quiet. But he can't shut the hell up. I'm like, shut up. Like, yeah, but if we get there, shut up with your old Jewish voice.
He's like having a baby, and when it's supposed to be quiet, when it's supposed to be silent.
Dude, it was so fun. We finally get back to the place we were at originally, where they were playing disco music, where it wasn't the vibe.
Right.
They're playing the exact music he wants. You know, yeah, Cuban beat, boom, chicky boom, boom, chicky boom, boom. And he's like, this is the vibe. I'm like, I hate you. Right? But yeah, dude, it was hairy, crazy, but it's one of the most beautiful places. You almost wish if they could put money into this and we can stop this embargo.
Right.
But what's going to suck is there's going to be a Starbucks in every corner.
Yeah.
The beach is going to be Marriott's and Holiday Inns, and it's going to suck.
Is it better than what it is now?
I mean, dude, these people they're kind of just living it, and it's a simple ass life, you know. And I don't know, man. It was awesome. I loved Cuba. I would definitely go back with you.
Really?
Yeah, I would go back. But once you get used to not having electricity, not looking at your phone at all.
No, I don't like that. You guys
except
are
at
like,
night when you have to watch. You know,
that's like a goal for you guys. I don't want that at all.
Yeah, I would do it again with you.
Yeah,
you could do it. Yeah, I wouldn't bring Dawn there. I'd bring Max.
No,
but no, she wouldn't last. The fact that you can't flush toilet paper too.
Well, what do you do with it? You wipe and then put it in a bag?
You wipe and put it in the barrel.
I'm out on that. I don't like Cuba. Nothing you said today makes me like, I want to go there. Nothing. Other than the fact that the Hyman Roth Hotel is there, nothing makes me want to go there.
And Cuban cigars are not cheaper there.
No. But
no,
the
fake ones are.
So when did you get back?
I got back late Saturday night.
So you just beat the earthquake?
Yeah, dude. We just left. The earthquake happened, I believe, Saturday, right? Or Sunday?
I laughed so hard when the hurricane came. And then the fact we tried to call you and your phone was going right to voicemail. And then we're reading about the power grid being down. And I'm like, Bobby is in a room in a casa in Cuba with Ari Shafir with no power, no air conditioning, no electricity. I was so happy that I wasn't there and I was loving it. And then the hurricane is coming and then an earthquake the next day. When I read there was an earthquake the next day, we were dying.
Oh, there was a tsunami because of the earthquake too.
Of course, of course.
I'm kind of bummed out that we didn't hit the, we didn't get the tsunami in the earthquake. Would have been kind of cool.
Well, I'm glad you're safe, buddy, and I like your hat. I assume you got that in Cuba?
Yeah, you have to assume that.
Yeah,
they don't sell these in Katona, New York.
No. Oh, that is great. I'm glad you're safe. I'm glad you had a good trip. It's an experience. I mean, that's better than an average trip to Cuba. You got a lot to talk about.
It was probably the best trip I've been on and the worst trip I've been on. I just can't get the irony smell of poop out of my nose.
Oh, gross.
And, and you know what? Cuban women?
Yeah, right? Not.
No, I'm kidding.
I was going to say, I was expecting something.
Yeah, no prostitution, dude.
None for you or none in general?
Both.
Oh, really? I expected that to be a big thing.
Yeah, they were making too much money off of it.
Interesting.
Yeah, they were making too much under the table money, so they made it illegal. So, but there was a couple girls that were like, "Hello, hola."
Yeah, you probably could have banged that Romanian Frankenstein if you really wanted to get some.
I'm telling you, I was like, "You on one boob, me on the other boob. We'll get some milk for our coffee. We'll get some leche."
Hey, I gotta go. KB Burke is here.
Hey, KP Burke, what's up, buddy?
Hello, Papa Hemingway. You look fantastic.
Thank you, pal. Thank you for. It's good to see you. Everybody, go see KP Burke. What an amazing, fantastic comedian. He has the personality of a flip-flop when you drive with him.
That's because I listen to you when we're on the road together. I just let you tell these terrible stories about horrible things that happen to you, and at the end you're like, "Yeah, but I was better for it. It was better for the experience."
I'm a grown man now.
I love you so damn much, Bobby.
Don't insult me and then I hate your technique.
The most boring stories. You're a great guy.
Yeah. What a crappy technique. I hope you sell 3 tickets this weekend.
The shows are done. I got to plug a book.
Yeah, he's plugging. He's an author now.
Oh, what's the book called?
Oh, well, you just jumping into my next. Oh,
He just clicked. That's perfect. Bobby.
Fantastic.
He's the best.
Fantastic.
He's the best.
Such a dick.
Oh my god.
What a dick. That's the best.
That's as good as when he goes, "Hey, bud, are you free this weekend?" And he gives me New Hampshire dates.
Uh-huh.
And he goes, but you got to help me build my furniture.
Man, look, I'm going to tell you this. At least when I talk to him, like if I had Joe build something, I'd go, look, I got a new bar over here. I wouldn't be like, Joe put it together. I'd be like, I got a new bar. He's like, and then me and KP built a patio, and KP did this, KP did that. I'm like, man, KP really wants those dates.
It's well, you know what it is? He lures you in. I love him so much.
Yeah,
I really do.
He's a good dude.
No one's been better to me than him, but at the same time, I've been threatened by him when he's wearing nothing but tighty whities. It's terrifying.
Yep.
It's
So am I. He's what I like to say. He's difficult to be friends with.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. He's like, dude, I don't understand that. Well, you do. He does.
BT said it to me. He goes, you only work. You're only down here with Lynn Coplitz and Bobby Kelly. Have you ever considered working with someone who's like easygoing?
Normal? Yeah. All right, this is KP. He's going to hang out for a second. He's got a new book out. He's a comedian, funny, podcaster, and he's got a book and a veteran on Veterans Day. How do you like that? So we'll take a break and we'll come right back with him. It's the Mike Calta Show. It's 102.5 The Bone. In the studio with us right now is our friend KP Burke, who is a comedian, who is also now an author. And Ian Beckles is here because we got to talk football here in a little bit. We got a lot going on. KP, first of all, thank you for your service as a Navy veteran stationed out in Jacksonville?
Jacksonville, Florida.
How long were you there?
6 years, sir. 6 years.
What made you decide to join the Navy?
Coast Guard said no because I broke my ankle once.
Really?
Yeah, that was the truth.
Well, so Coast Guard should be taking everybody.
No, it's the opposite. They don't need people. It's such a good job. Nobody leaves.
Oh, okay. So you went to the Coast Guard. Why the water? Like, I'm trying to think, like, I almost joined the Navy because my dad was in the Navy, and Danielle Mazzola broke up with me when I was in my, and it happened to be on a day that a Navy recruiter was in my high school, and I was like, I'm just going to go to the Navy.
They know. They know when you're weak right now.
Yep.
So I got told no for the Coast Guard. I figured if you join one of the water branches, then they got to put you near a beach, and I kind of grew up down the Jersey Shore.
Okay, so you were thinking that. I got you.
And then otherwise you join the Army, you're like, I want to do something cool and, jump out of planes or something. They're like, yeah, enjoy Wichita, Kansas.
Yeah. Now, I will tell you that my nephew Tommy was in the Navy, and it was the first time I ever actually paid attention to. I don't think anything in my body would prepare me for, certainly to be in the military, but for those first 2 weeks of being away from home and all. So Tommy went, and the interest in that, I started watching videos online and all that of what they do. So they take him. I think he went to Illinois, maybe he went somewhere.
Great Lakes, probably.
And then, so the minute he gets out the boat, they have to turn in all their stuff, their cell phone, their everything that they had. They turn over to the Navy, and then they go into this room, and they start immediately running drills and walking in lines and doing all these weird things. And then they go to sleep, and they wake them up in the middle of the night. And I would have been like, I'm done. I'm done with this. I did not know what I was signing up for. Did you love it from the minute you went in, or were you like, I want to do this, or were you like, I wish I didn't do it?
I was ready for it. I knew I was going to go in. It was a matter of which branch I was going to wind up in. But the best thing that happened to me when you walk off that bus, and you arrive at Great Lakes, in my mind, in my memory, he's 10 feet tall, Jamaican guy, comes up to me and just starts screaming in my face and goes, "Put your brain on vacation. You're not going to need it for 8 weeks." Oh. And I was like, okay, that's good advice. And I tuned out. And then boom, just have to have that long stare. You got to just stare ahead like you're like the I Like Turtles kid from the videos and just get through it. And then slowly, once they start to figure you out, then they're like, all right, you got a little bit more of a brain. You're not here because a judge sent you here.
Right.
You're not here because you had no. So
you're not a loser.
Yeah, they
Your girlfriend didn't break up with you.
Yeah, man, that really kills.
They do spot weakness as well as strength. That's the problem. They're very good at it.
What did they? What about you? How did they assess you? Were you like? Did you feel like they were treating you better, or they treat everybody like garbage?
They figured out I had a little bit of a brain on me,
right?
And that I wasn't there because it was my last option. So all of a sudden you're in like a leadership position, and then you get to sleep through the night. Then they don't wake you up at night.
Oh, really?
Yeah. If you're in a leadership, I had the best position. And it was. And by the way, my favorite thing is this: all 3 of my drill instructors have come and seen me do stand up.
Oh, no kidding.
So that's
cool.
My favorite cool little thing that's happened for me because. They'd let me crack a joke every now and then, and they'd be like, all right, shut up, Bert.
Yeah. Anybody code red you?
Code red? No, we didn't have to. Thank God. No code red.
No code red?
There was a kid who tried to get a Mountain Dew code red into, he snuck one in with him. That's about it.
Really? Like, I just can't imagine not having those just everyday things that you don't, for no matter how, for 8 weeks, 2 weeks, it's just no TV, no nothing, no phones.
Well, here's the worst part. We were supposed to. They said we could watch the Super Bowl.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm a huge Giants fan. I'm from New Jersey. and it was the Giants-Patriots first one, the undefeated season.
Right.
And I had seen every game, and I was so excited. I was like, we're going to get to watch that. And some kid, and I remember his name, and I won't say it on air because I'm still angry with him.
Right.
He tried smuggling Skittles in. When you go to the commissary, they're like, you can buy a toothbrush and you can buy a shaving kit, and that's it. And this kid's like, I'm going to buy Skittles. And they checked everybody's receipts on the way out, and he goes, oh, so it looks like so-and-so thought he could buy Skittles. Say goodbye to the Super Bowl. And I
did his nickname become Skittles, and did you guys beat him to death?
We wanted to. This kid had a level of arrogance to him that I can never forget. And then, and he also, and this was another great one too. The other kid who got kicked out of our unit, our boot camp unit, didn't make it through. They sent him home. His name was Altabelli. I'll never forget it. And he literally would tell us, they were like, oh, they're not going to kick me out. My dad's mayor. He said, my dad's mayor. He never told us of what town. But they sent him back to New York because he bummed out, if you will.
Wow.
Yeah, there were some characters, some really great guys too. But it was mostly great people. And then I had a great time. They all sent us off to. I was supposed to go to Guam originally.
Right.
That's where they're going to send me to Guam. And I'm sitting there, I was like, what do you do in Guam? And I talked to my cousin who was there. He goes, you do steroids and you go hang out at strip clubs.
I think I'd like Guam for like 6 months.
Yeah, and he goes, it gets boring after a while.
Yeah.
Sounds a lot like Jersey.
Oh, it's there. It's, less Italians.
That's pretty true. You can
steroids and hang out at strip clubs.
It was really very much a Jersey Shore vibe there from what I heard. And then they changed it last minute. They had an error in my paperwork, and I wound up in Jacksonville for all 6 years.
Oh, wow.
So I was there for Tebow Mania. I wound up doing comedy in the places Limp Bizkit used to play.
Oh, really?
Jacksonville's a weird town.
Yeah, it really is. We were on in Jacksonville for a little while, and we went out there, and you just don't. I don't know. It is definitely different.
The best joke I've ever heard, my buddy Herman Nasworth has this joke. He says, Jacksonville isn't real. It's 5 small towns holding hands so that they can keep a football team.
That sounds about right.
Exactly what
that sounds about right. This is KP Burke who's with us. Now, KP, I did first meet KP through Bobby. You were doing stand-up here with Bobby.
Yes, sir.
And then KP has a podcast that you were doing with your dad where you would expose the worst people in history.
Yeah, it was called American Loser, and you were very helpful early on with that, too.
It was interesting because people were doing podcasts for no reason. And, I get it. It's fine. I do a podcast with my wife, and we have no point of the podcast, but it's just fun to do sometimes and talk, and people find other people interesting. But you came at it with an idea and coming from you had yourself a plan when you were doing it.
Well, I always liked history. And my insecurity is I have to give something in order to get something back.
Okay.
So we're selling, obviously, we moved on to other things, but I've seen so many comics that are going to sell like a wristband or something, or whatever. They're going, here's a sticker with my Instagram handle on it. That'll be $5.
Yeah.
That's gross.
But see, I feel the same way. We sell, we have an online store, but we push it. We never push it. I don't care. The only time we ever push a t-shirt or something is if I'm giving the money to charity. Trust me, I like money and I like it coming in, but I don't like to ask the audience to give up. I'll ask you when there's a hurricane and we have to help the people of Tampa. I'm not asking you to go buy a shirt that I can make $6 on. You know what I mean? It's just
100%.
Yeah, I get it. Like there's time to do it and there's time not to do it. And I've seen some of these comics that have that, like their Instagram handle or a T-shirt with their saying on it, bazooka, or one of their joke punchlines. That's crazy.
It's well, I'll tell you what it is. I get it because the comics when you're first starting out, you need gas money.
Yeah, I get it. You need the money,
but at the same time, you're like, dude, just hold yourself. Bobby has a great. So Bobby helped me with that so much.
Yeah.
But if you want a master class in comedy, by the way, be on the road with Bobby Kelly for 3 years, like I was. You will learn the hardest you've ever made.
It was worse than boot camp.
He's brutal. He's abusive to you. He wore out when he was still fat. He wore out the rear shocks on my Kia Soul. But. No, he is the master class of comedy because whatever you think you just did on stage, you're going to hear the room get 2 decibels louder when he's done.
It's unbelievable.
He's the best live comic I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, he's great. Okay, so tell me about the book. What did you do with the book?
So here's how lazy I am, Mike. I had a book idea for years, and then I was trying to write. I was like, I didn't know what the hell I was doing, so I turned it into a podcast called American Loser. Did it with my dad for 4 years. And then we started doing 90-second clips with Gas Digital, Luis J. Gomez's studio. Started doing 90-second clips on there, and it took off on Instagram.
This is where now we have a guy. I don't know. You might have seen him. he does something similar where you do not the same topics, but Cody Tucker. Have you ever seen Cody Tucker? If you've come across his picture, you might be like, oh, I recognize that guy. He takes interesting things like you do with history. He does some history, he does some Hollywood, and he breaks them down into clips. And that's what people are ingesting the most is these short clips. But they do make you sometimes want to find out more.
It's so the idea for the book is that it's going to be a primer. And I'm going to check that guy out too, because I love anybody that's doing something interesting.
Yeah.
The key that sets my stuff apart a little bit is I'm writing really good scripts. That's one good thing. I was always a good writer. I became a master editor because now you have 90 seconds to convey the entire Lincoln assassination. That's going to get a little
yeah.
So you try to do that. And then I got to give a shout out to Mike Harrington, who is the producer at Gas Digital that believed in this and had the idea for it.
Right.
And then Rebecca Kaplan puts edits. So I have a green screen now, and she'll pull up like photos of the people. So now you're giving the image, like you're taking everything that's interesting about the podcast, and then you're giving a little. I'm bringing in people that don't like history. That's my favorite thing right now. Because my girlfriend hates it. She finds it so boring.
Gas Digital idiots. This is the first history lesson they ever got. These guys watching not Gas Digital. The what is it? The Skankfest people. Those guys are getting. This is the first history lesson they've ever gotten.
It's they have such a bevy of talent over there where there's people that are like, oh, I know all the stuff you're talking about and I think it's great. And then somebody's like, who is Abraham Lincoln?
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
He had a car company, right? That's what he did.
Oh, brother. So okay. So what do you have in here? So it looks to me, it says history isn't boring. Your teacher was. And this is great because you're right. You hear things that in your adult life and you're like, wow, that's cool. But you know, they taught you that when you were a kid, but the way they presented to you was just so boring that you never kept any of it.
Because you had maybe 2 or 3 teachers that made you interested in whatever subject it was. So if they're good, then you're like, oh yeah, okay, math is interesting or whatever. Or if it's boring as all get out, you're like, ugh, math is the worst.
Yeah.
It's and my parents are both retired teachers, so when everybody tries to like come at me for the title on that, because that's our tagline in all the videos on Instagram. So whenever they come after me for that, I'm always like, guys, I have total sympathy for teachers. You're stuck into the confines of whatever you have to teach, but at the same time, I had some teachers that just made the material come alive.
Yeah.
They did something on a Friday where like, hey, we're actually gonna have a little mock Senate in here, and you guys are gonna have to argue on it. And I was like, you're explaining it, and you're making me do it. I'm excited. I want to know about this. And then the worst part was this: the conspiracy people, who I love, I have a spot in my heart for them, but they read 90% of the story, and then they make up the last 10% to fit whatever they need. So my goal with this book is I want to be a primer for people to get the real story, because the real stories are more interesting than, the lizard people.
So, well, let me tell you. So what he's talking about is you can go to the Alcatraz escape, and in 90 seconds it gives you one page of pictures and one page of a summation of the story about the Alcatraz escape, so that when it's done, if you want to know more and know the details, you can go look it up. But in the meantime, that is basically a general idea of what happened.
Yeah, I have to give it. You got to hit them with the information immediately, and then if they want to do the research on their own, it's a primer. That's really what it is.
Great topics from the J. Edgar Hoover sex tape to the Philly mob war to Nazi summer camp in Long Island. I mean, there's some interesting stuff in here.
It's all on Wikipedia. I verified everything else by outside sources, but like just going down a couple wormholes, and you're like, hang on, what? Why are we not? Why do you have to bring lizard people into this? We can just talk about the thing that happened.
Yeah. The book is called History Isn't Boring. Your Teacher Was. Mind-blowing stories from American history in 90 seconds or less by our friend KP Burke. Where is this available? Just at your shows? Can you get it online?
So I brought a couple down to the great people over at Side Splitters Wesley Chapel. I gave a couple away to some audience members. It's officially launched over on Amazon today. We're very excited about it. We self-publish. I self-fund all my own projects, so the only way that I break even is if we sell a couple of copies here. I wanted to have this out no matter what. It's been a dream of mine to be an author. And then also, if you go directly to kpburkecomedy.com, you can buy that and then other cool pieces of merch. We have some boxes we put together, coasters with like good quotes from Teddy Roosevelt. There's a lot to be proud of with our country. There's a lot to also say, okay, that was wrong and we shouldn't do that.
Right.
So if you can just sit there and be a little bit of a centrist when you're reading the history and not being like, I got to root for my team like it's a game. It's not a game, just accept that sometimes we do amazing things and sometimes you're like, oh, it got that bad. Whoa.
Yeah. I think we're headed there again.
It's a curious one, man. Well, the most recent election, the first episode of the show we ever did was Grover Cleveland, who until 3 days ago was the only president to ever serve non-consecutive terms.
Yeah.
And his thing was he claimed election fraud the whole time, too.
Oh, that's interesting. I never knew why. I always wonder. I hear they brought it up a lot when Trump was running again. I never knew why he took, if he was just beat or what the deal was.
He was Grover was a cool dude. One of the few presidents from Jersey, and he was very He was a Democrat, but he was very popular with Republicans. He was a bipartisan guy. Too many things were getting done, so the old guard came in there. It was the Republicans that stole that election, by the way. They stuffed ballot boxes. They did a bunch of other stuff to him. And then Grover's wife was so badass. She goes, leave when they're getting kicked out of the White House after the first term. She goes, leave everything exactly where it was. I'll see you in 4 years.
That's great.
That's like my girl. My girl's the same way. She helped me with all the illustrations for the book, and she's ran the whole social media campaign for this. So when you find somebody, you and me have talked about it too. When you find somebody that just understands you and goes with you, it's the best feeling on planet Earth.
KP Burke's girlfriend is so hot that Bobby and I called him one night to tell him how mad we were at him and having such a hot girlfriend.
Yeah.
She is adorable, dude.
She's, you know what it is? No one assumes she's American when they see her.
Why? You kidnapped her?
She's pretty. She's blonde hair and blue eyed. There was like people introduce, I introduce her around. They hear a Jersey accent come out of her, and immediately, because the first guy that saw her, she's like, oh yeah, it's really bad in the Ukraine right now.
No, she's adorable. Yeah, and it's so funny. I saw your picture online, and I called Bobby one day. I go, is that really his girlfriend? And he goes, dude, it bugs me too. All right, well, that's awesome. Again, History Isn't Boring, Your Teacher Was by KP Burke. You can just go to Amazon and put in KP Burke. I'll put it up on our social medias after the show today so you can go find it. Congratulations on your book, and thank you for your service. Now, are your shows done here, or are you here today?
So the shows are done. I'm actually heading to Fort Myers. I have a show tonight. It's up in Fort Myers. I believe it's at an American Legion. It's all military comics.
Oh,
all
awesome.
veterans lineup.
So they hear us down there, so...
Yeah.
That's even better then. So please come on out to that, man. It's at the American Legion over there. This dude Farrow's running it. Really great guy. Worked for him last year in Naples. And then I fly out tomorrow morning.
All right. Well, great to see you. Thank you for making it in here today.
No, Mike, thank you so much, man. You mean a lot to me, dude.
Yeah, dude. I hope this does well for you, man. If you're like us and you ingest things in small amounts and you like the Cody Tucker type information stuff, you're going to love KP. Where do you see the videos, the Gas Digital stuff? You have to go to their website, or is it just on social?
They let me do all that freelance. They've been so good to me. So it's all on my Instagram. The Instagram is at KP Burke Sucks. Yes, I should change that.
Yeah.
I thought I was being funny when I started it.
Right.
But it's at KP Burke Sucks. And I put them out all the time. I've got, I think, 4 more in the bank that are being edited right now.
Okay, cool.
The first couple ones that went out, it went crazy. Rogan started following me because of them.
Oh, that's good.
Freaking, who else? UFC fighters, the punter for the Giants started following me.
Wow.
A bunch of pro wrestlers. So I found my people. I'm just terrified of all of them.
You're teaching these idiots the first history they've ever heard. All right, we got to take a break. We come back. Ian Beckles is here with us. We got to go over our football picks for the week. I got some other stuff I want to get into if we have time. Some audio I heard over the weekend that I found kind of interesting. We'll see what we got time for. It's the Mike Calta Show. We'll be back. It's 102.5 The Bone. I got a couple of things I got to do. So we chose to work today on Veterans Day for a couple of reasons. One, none of us are veterans. And 2, we have to take a random Wednesday off next week because we have the sheriff's shooting clays that we had previously committed to and then got rescheduled in the middle of the week because of the hurricane. So we're going to be doing that because I committed to it. And I don't know, we'll probably have a best of that day or a live host, and maybe we'll call in from there or whatever the deal is. But that is going to be Wednesday the 20th, right? I think, or 20, no, because what's today's? 16th, Saturday, Sunday, Wednesday the 20th. And then we're off the following time, after that for Thanksgiving. We're already at the end of November.
Yeah.
Then we got the Christmas pub crawl that we got planned. I think that Christmas pub crawl is going to be the biggest thing we've done in years for some reason this year. The Christmas pub crawl is happening in downtown Newport Richey. It's all brought to you by our friends at Bud Light. And because of that, we give away a cruise at every stop we make on the pub crawl, as well as other prizes like concert tickets and autograph stuff and all that. We do it all at each stop on the pub crawl. I didn't know what to expect last year because we've never been to Newport Richey before. I was unfamiliar with the bars and the places that we went to. and it was massive.
Yeah.
I couldn't even get into most of the bars because there were too many people in there.
They've even added more restaurants and bars down there now as well. There's a couple new places that have opened up.
I have a new thing that I would like to do. I would like to do the pub crawl. This is legit. This is not a Mike Calta say we're going to do it and not do a thing. I would like to do the pub crawl at the 4 or 6 or whatever we go to, and then say, and the final party is going to be at this last place. Because I want to get to a place that I could stay at, drink at, get drunk at, and make sure Tom gets me home alive. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'd like to do. That's going to be a fun time. That is happening. I don't know. I'll give you the dates. It's going to be the last Friday.
Friday the 20th. December 20th.
And then next Friday, the 22nd, is that our last day? So we have this week and then next week and then Thanksgiving?
Yes.
Holy cow. Next week, the 22nd, is going to be the food drive that we do every year where we'll be out there. I think it's going to be at the Walmart.
Walmart,
again.
yeah, 275. Yeah, Del Waverly.
But
and then that night we're out at Joyland. Pitbull Tyler out at Joyland.
Yeah. Oh, it's
a lot of stuff going on.
So hard to drive on Saturday. The idea that this station has showed Charlemagne on it 3 times in the last 2 hours and put up Charlemagne the God is just so ridiculous to me. That's why when people say, why did you change your name from Cowhead? Because I don't want to be on TV on ABC News one day and have it say Cowhead underneath it.
By the way, did you see Bill Burr on with him? It happened a while back, whatever, but totally just got him. I mean, he was being cool and stuff, but he said something to Bill about like making some gay joke about Bill, whatever, and Bill goes, "Oh, shut up." He goes, "Look at you with your manicured eyebrows, like you've never swung your leg over the fence."
Ian Beckles is here. Never swung his leg over the fence.
No,
always
sir.
on the same side.
Not a leg swinger.
I was thinking about it yesterday after the game, and all those guys exhausted and going back in the locker room, and I was thinking about you saying that there's no time to look at other guys' wieners in the shower.
No, I didn't say that.
You were like,
no, we're human. I just said we don't. It's not something you talk about.
Right.
You know
I
what
got
I mean?
you.
It's like, look at that, guys. Like that's not something that's.
But
ever
you
been brought
register
up.
it in your head.
I'm human.
Yeah. Okay, all right, that's good.
Yeah.
So who's had the smallest one? I'm kidding.
It's not something you talk about. You just think about it and use it later.
Yeah.
Ian's Hoosiers undefeated.
Yes, and you flew out there to the game this weekend.
I did, to Bloomington, lovely Bloomington.
Now, do they fly you out there, or are you like, I'm just going to celebrate? Well, I don't know. I don't know what this. You decided you were going to go out there, and celebrate your school. Don't tell me. It's what is it?
The Indiana
Hoosiers.
There you go.
Yeah. But I've been saying what Indiana University.
Indiana University.
Yeah, I couldn't get it out of my mouth for some reason. I'm staring at your logo and I couldn't get it out. Yeah. So you go out there, and who'd you go with? Is you and your son?
I went with my son, and listen, they were 9-0. They've never been 9-0. They were 8. It went since '67. They were an 8-0.
Right.
And like they're ranked in the top 10, and they I don't think they've been top 10 ever since I've been alive. So it was just, they're playing Michigan at home. It was just a good time to go.
Time to go check it out. Yeah.
And it was a sold out game. The town is on fire.
Yeah.
It is. Like, you could say whatever you want about whatever sports, whatever, if you're a basketball school, cool. If you become a football school, that affects the numbers and affects the bottom dollar.
The whole town.
The whole town is on fire. Everybody has IU stuff on. It was beautiful. It really was.
Now, when you go there, are you recognized as one of the big alumni, or are you...
No, I'm not a guy who's ever given them any money.
Right,
I think that has a lot to do with it. I mean, they recognize a former player. I can't remember his name now, but he played for 14 years on the field, which is cool. So I've never been asked to be recognized, and that's not what I'm looking for.
No, I just mean the people of the town.
Oh, no. Nobody in the town would know me.
Right.
When I got to my boy, Matt Bomba, who I played with, he had a little tailgate. So it was about a dozen of my former teammates out there.
Gotcha.
So my son got to hear some stories and stuff like that, which was cool, but nobody knows me there.
Here's why I need to let everybody know about this. So you think that a guy who was an alumni going to see a team that's doing so well and everything's going great, they bring you out there first class.
Yeah.
But instead, you chose to go out there.
Yeah.
And you and your son. Now, if my son and I were going somewhere, we would check out a nice Airbnb and spend the weekend somewhere and explore the town together.
Yeah.
And I would say I would go to the Airbnb website and look around. Would you say you did that? Or did you get recommended this?
Would you look around, or would somebody look around for you?
Most likely, my wife would.
Okay, well,
yeah.
I'm not married anymore.
Okay.
So when I got a divorce, I lost a lot of me.
Yes.
So I have to pawn it off on some other people around me. And I have my social media girl, Delina. She's wonderful at what she does for the cafe.
Yeah.
I said, Delina, can you please look for some Airbnbs for me?
Okay.
And she's like, there's 800. I'm like, 800?
You're right.
That's crazy.
That's insane.
Oh, so she goes,
It's only two of you. Yeah. You should not
and
be
she
paying
goes, here's one for 300. She goes, but it looks small. I go, get it. I go, how bad can it be?
Right.
So part of the
$300 a night is a lot of money.
Yes,
like if
is.
you stay in a hotel for $300 a night, that's an average price, but that's still a lot of money.
Well, the problem is people were saying that the Holiday Inn was $800 a night that night because they're gouging. So when we got to the Airbnb, we drove and I go, that's not it, is it? Like I see a little blue.
Where was it?
It was in the woods, in the back of somebody's house, in the back of somebody's house next to a bus.
Yeah,
and it was like an addendum to a house, and it was blue. And I go, oh, please don't be that. So then I hit the code, and we walk in, and I take a step in, and I just start busting out laughing. There's no bed. There's no shower or bath, and the crapper doesn't have a wall around it.
No,
so it's
in the whole thing. Yeah.
It's like a 15x6 trailer.
Yeah,
and like you're laying in the bed and your head is almost touching the crapper. So for me to go to the bathroom, I had to go down the street to the 7-Eleven, 3 miles down the road to go to the bathroom.
I was like Love Tiger.
Oh, hey, side note, Carmen.
Yeah.
When I know we're up against the clock.
Yeah.
I'm going to break and come back, so we'll go over today instead of rushing it. I just don't want you to play the outro.
Gotcha.
Okay. So just let me know when we got to take a break.
Okay. We got about 5 minutes left, so honestly, since we're doing this, we should just take a break and come back.
Yeah, all right. Well, let's finish the story first. So you roll up on this thing. Now, Ian sent me the video, and I just wrote back, haha, because I knew I wanted to talk to you about it when I saw you. But it was, I mean, you stepped into it, and Ian goes, here's the bedroom, and it's a futon, and it's folded up to a couch, and you're like, here's the bathroom, and it's just a toilet like 2 feet from the futon.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and that was supposed to be for two of you.
That was for two. My son.
Yeah.
It's a big old boy.
Yeah.
And I found out that he snores like...
So you ended up staying in that thing?
Yeah. Well, once again,
what's he gonna do?
What am I gonna do?
Yeah, $800 a night.
It won't be. You're not getting one.
Right.
It's booked.
No way.
Booked out. A lot of those hotels are booked out like months in advance, beginning of the season.
Yeah. I didn't think about that. Okay, so the two of you had to sleep on what? There's no way you fit on that futon.
I didn't fit on it, but I slept on
it.
The
two of you?
No, he slept on the floor.
On the floor. I got you.
Yeah. Oh man.
You know, I mean, listen, he's 28 years old. I could do that at 28, not at 57.
The fact that the toilet had like no doors or anything, it looks like you're in a bathroom and they put a couch in the bathroom.
It does look like that.
That's a nice bathroom.
Yeah,
that's a nice bathroom.
Yeah.
It's not a nice house.
So
it's a nice bathroom.
So I see Delina yesterday and I go, did you hear about the Airbnb? She goes, no. And I show her the video and she looks at me and she goes, well, I go, okay. So I love you to death.
Yeah.
But if you said there's no shower, we'd have moved on.
Right.
Or if there's no bed, we'd have moved on.
What did you do to shower?
I didn't.
Yeah, well, you're only there for what?
We got there Friday. The game was Saturday. We left Sunday morning.
Okay,
so we went 2 days without showering. I wasn't all that fresh yesterday. I wasn't fresh.
I'm sure the weather was nice up there, though. Not too bad.
It was actually, I'd rather here because it's consistent. When you go to when it's 55, 70, I'm sweating, I'm cold, I'm sweating, I'm cold, it's miserable.
Yeah, I'll tell you. So that is so. I mean, the video is it? Did you put it on your social?
No, but I'm gonna.
You got it.
You could post it too, but it's almost. I don't exaggerate much.
No,
I'm almost exaggerating how big it was.
I bet you could stand in the middle of the Airbnb and touch both
for sure
walls with your arm.
For sure, I almost brought another friend.
Yeah,
my boy Chris. Like he literally he would have to sit in a chair, sleeping.
Yeah,
hey, we got plenty of room, man. Come on,
come on in.
That is so funny. That is so funny, man. No, hey, look, you may do it. Well, yeah, I would have lost my mind. I would have said, "There's no way."
Wow.
I would have went and knocked on those people's door and said, "I have to take a shower."
Yeah.
Did you rent
you're not
a car?
As black as I am. They don't like it's Indiana, backwoods Indiana. So I'm just gonna knock on somebody's door.
Yeah, that's probably.
I see movies like that. They don't end well.
Yeah, for you, it doesn't.
Prepare to hear.
That's it.
Did you rent a car?
We did rent a car, yes.
I think I might have slept in the car.
You know what's funny? I didn't think about that. Somebody said that afterwards, and I go, I could have slept in the car.
Yeah.
Because there was a block heater that was about 2 feet wide on the floor.
Right.
And my son blasted. I woke up in the middle of the morning, and it was 198 degrees. Then he turned it off, and I woke up again, and it was 30 degrees. I'm like, this is not working.
At least they won. At least the game was good.
I swear to God, I'm not poor.
Ian got pneumonia from his weekend.
But we won the game.
Well, congratulations to you. Hey, look, it's like Bobby Kelly in Cuba. You got a much funnier story to tell than if you just stayed in a hotel.
Is Bobby Kelly the meanest, lovable guy?
Yeah,
People love him, but
you had me at meanest.
But everybody says he's mean, but everybody likes him.
He's not mean. He flies off the handle real quick, but he's not. It's like Ian. What do you mean? What are you talking about? But it's not. He's just abrasive the way he talks. He loves you when he's talking to you. He's just abrasive the way he comes off. Once you learn that, you're good. Yes, dear.
We do need to take a break now.
Okay, but before we go to break, let me just tell everybody: this show runs everything. What do we talk about? Every time we talk about a celebrity, they die.
Oh, I know, yes.
We said on Friday, when the hell is the new Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning coming out? At least show the trailer. Trailer is up and available, and it looks fantastic.
Not only that, there's another thing, too, that I think you're thinking about.
Something else?
Something I sent, yeah.
Save it for when we come back.
Okay.
We'll be back. We're going over. It's a Mike Calta Show. Ian Beckles is here. We got our football picks to do. We got the other thing from Gio. I got some other audio I still want to play. We may go the whole hour. It's the Mike Calta Show. This is 102.5 The Bone. Find us on Instagram at the Mike Calta Show, where I just reposted Ian Beckles' video of his Airbnb.
It's wild.
It is so much worse watching it again. Ian Beckles rented that Airbnb by somebody made it for him, the rental, and it was for him and his son, which is hilarious. But also the fact that you stuck with it and stayed there the whole weekend,
2 nights,
whether you wanted to or not.
You should hear, and I come from a long line of snorers.
Yeah.
My son is the worst snorer I've ever heard in my life.
Listen, you may need the mask.
No, that's for sure. You should. Like, I know I snore.
Yeah,
but what was coming out of his mouth, I'm like, how the hell am I going to sleep in this little thing with him howling?
Does he also do the where he stops for like?
I'm like, jeez, dude.
Or it's the
all of that,
and then stops, and then.
Listen, can I just tell you right now that I was against it at first. I wear the mask. I look forward to putting it on now. Yeah. And when I try to sleep without it, like if I fall asleep somewhere and I do one of these, I wake up, I realize that I have been sleeping like that my whole life. Yeah. That kills you. That I'm telling you right
literally
now.
Kills you.
Yeah, get him on
Reggie
that
White,
thing.
I think it killed Reggie White.
Probably did. It probably did because you're not getting enough oxygen while you sleep. And it's just, you may not notice it, but it's happening, you know. I sleep with that thing. I couldn't care less what it looks like. It makes me feel so much better when I wake up in the morning. That alarm goes off and I jump out of bed now. It's crazy.
I had a mouth guard at one time that stopped me from snoring as well.
But see, the difference for me is that I tried the mouth guard. It didn't work for me because whatever is causing, whether it be my fat neck or whatever it is, whatever it's causing it to close, it's keeping my mouth open and keeping the airway open, but it's not getting enough air in there. This thing blowing the air in there makes it better for me. But now I'm so comfortable sleeping with it, it's hard to sleep without it.
You do have a substantial neck.
I do.
Yeah. What size is it?
I don't know.
It's big.
20?
That's a nice size
maybe
neck.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to think when's the last time I wore a shirt with buttons in the neck.
I don't want to ever wear another shirt with a button.
No.
Ever again. I don't want to do it.
I barely wear sleeves, let alone buttons. Are you kidding me? Do you know I've made decisions to not go places because I don't feel like getting dressed?
I've actually been talking to people business-wise, and as I'm closing a deal, I say to them, I don't go to fancy parties. Like, I don't want to go to a party that I have to wear a suit anymore. I don't want to go.
You were one of the first people in this town that showed up to a fancy party dressed the way you normally dress, and it worked.
Because I didn't care.
You didn't, but also you can pull off the blazer and the jeans and a hat, and you're like,
everybody can do it. They don't.
But you did it first.
Okay, I would do first.
Well, I mean, first, like I would be at a party and I'd go, that's the way I want to be dressed here to this party. I'm uncomfortable. It doesn't look like me. I don't dress like this every day. Ian looks like Ian, and yet he looks classy, and it works for him. I don't know that I'd be able to pull it off, but I definitely would like to dress that way. When I take my son places, I'm not embarrassed, but I'm surprised by. I'm like, you can't wear that, and then we go there, and everybody's like, you look great, you look great, you look great, and I go, I just don't know anything about fashion.
Well, fashion is just about people just commenting on what you're wearing.
Yeah,
that's all. That's all it is. I went to a polo event once, and the guy goes, he looks at me, looks at his wife. How come I can't dress like that? And I look at him, I go, Because you let your wife dress you.
Yeah, that's true too. That's true. I wear one type of jeans, one company, a company named Joe's Jeans. My wife turned me on 2 years ago. Some of them are. They make them stretchy.
For a big man, I just got exposed to some stretchy jeans.
Yeah.
When you get some good stretchy jeans, boy, those are comfortable.
So comfortable.
5% spandex.
Oh my goodness.
Right. They make stretchy jeans. They make non-stretchy jeans. They make the boot cut, the not boot cut, whatever. They're the only company that I really like. They fit me good, and I have those, and I wear those. The shade of blue that I will wear that night will depend on the event. The fancier it is, the darker the blue that I have to wear. You know what I mean? It's one of those.
See, I was a fat kid.
Yeah.
And I remember my mother buying me the jeans with elastic waist.
You didn't want those. Yeah.
Because everybody makes fun of you.
Of course you do.
And that's not fly at all.
You want to talk about not being fly? This kid was too fat for Jordache jeans when they were big. You remember Jordache?
Oh, I remember. I remember skinny people wearing them. Yes, I do remember. Yeah.
And my grandmother had a sewing machine in the house, so she took the labels off of my mother's old jeans and sewed them onto my Levi's, so it looked like I had Jordache.
Yeah.
I got fat guy stories that my therapist. I don't really go to a therapist, but I probably need one. Like I had when I was on a basketball team. Everybody had to rip off sweatpants.
Yep.
The new ones.
Yep.
But my legs were so big that my mother had to sew in extra. So I was the only person that couldn't rip them off. So everybody would rip them off, and I'd have to sit down and take my shoes off. And, it wasn't cool.
Listen, the things you do, the struggle.
And I wonder why I need 1,000 hats and 1,000 this and that, because I never had.
Right.
You know?
Although I never had anything as a kid, and I don't want anything anymore. I'm at the age where I don't want nothing.
Whoa.
Yeah, I know, right?
Playboy.
I mean,
How many fungos you got? You don't want anything?
Right. I started thinking about it the other day. I love the Yankees. And I had all this Yankee memorabilia and all this stuff. I got the greatest Yankee memorabilia collection. It's all in boxes.
Yeah, you've outgrown it.
I've outgrown it. Yeah. I have. I love the Lightning. I like to go to the games. I like to watch the game. I can't go to the games during the week anymore. It's just too much for me. Like I'm just getting to the point now. I'm like, what do I want? What do I still like?
It happens at 50. Once you get to 50, it has to be all hemmed up completely, or you don't go.
Yeah, but also you're on to the next thing. Like you said,
I feel like I don't have a next thing this time. I feel like I don't know what that next thing is. Like we played with the band. We played with the band for 13 years. I like to play every once in a while, but not like we were doing every weekend, Friday, Saturday night. It's like I can't do that anymore. I don't know what the next thing. Usually, I leave one behind when I have the next one.
We'll let you know.
Yeah, what?
We'll let you know
what it is
when it happens. I mean,
I just can't figure it out. Although I will say one of the things that I think that I'm doing now, which I think time allows both of us to do, is spend a lot more time with my wife, which I seem to be enjoying. She's actually kind of fun, and we've been doing things together. Not that we didn't before, but we were working kids and blah blah blah. But now I got a little bit of time to just chill out and do that stuff, and I feel like that's been kind of cool. We also go to the casino.
That's important.
Yeah. It's important, I think, that you like the person that you live with.
Yeah,
that's important. I hope she likes me too. All right, Carmen, I know we got to go over our football picks.
Yes.
Let's do
ready?
that. Yes, here we go.
Bad week. Bad.
By the way, can I just tell you something? I'm not in it just for this. My mother-in-law said to me this weekend, my mother-in-law likes to poke the bear every once in a while. She said, "So, were you surprised by the election results?" And I go, "No. I called it. Said landslide will have a decision that night. I just hope he doesn't ruin the economy." I said, "Well, I've made $12,000 in the last 4 days."
Yeah, ruin the economy.
Yeah. And then the reason why I'm bringing that up is because I just got an alert. Bitcoin's up to 80,000 and change.
I bought it 2 weeks ago.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Listen, that's fine because you're going to make money off it.
Absolutely.
I bought it years ago, so I'm killing it right now. Yeah. And am I going to pick a guy who makes me $12,000 over a guy that no? And I think it's one of the great side effects that come with it. You know what I mean? All right, Carmen, who came in dead last?
All right, this week it was a close, tight race. And dead last, though, with 7 wins, Gio.
Oh!
Next, with 8 wins, Mike Calta.
It's okay, I didn't lose.
Joe. Martine. And myself.
Oh!
And this week, with 9 wins, Galvin and Ian.
Hey!
But we still have Monday Night Football.
Oh,
And who took who?
And Ian took the Dolphins.
I took the Rams, yeah.
Galvin took the Rams. So it is a decision game.
Slides. Slide to it.
Also, Joe
Yes.
took the Dolphins.
Oh.
Gio took the Rams.
Ooh.
So, there's a little mix and match for last place. So we could
So
have.
I'm not definitely last place
You're
yet.
definitely not last. You could be sharing that with somebody.
Wait, me?
Well, because you. So Mike, you took the Dolphins.
So me, you, and Joe are tied or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, we're all tied, and we only have 8, but everyone took different teams.
So Gio lost, but he could be sharing the loss with someone.
Correct.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. So Gio, you did lose. Sorry.
Oh.
Excuse me. You're the loser.
Yeah, you're
But you may not be the only loser.
Well,
So then we'll find out the winner and whether Gio's sharing a losing spot with somebody.
Correct.
All right.
and that's what the Dolphins is the one.
Yeah.
That everybody. That's okay.
So I have the Rams and Ian has the Dolphins. And listen, that can go either way.
Yeah, it can.
I assumed that the Rams are going to win. That's why I took them. But you assume the Dolphins are going to win. That's why you took them. So we'll see.
They were pointing out a stat this morning that the state of Florida lost across the board on every football level for like the first time ever.
Really?
All the college football teams lost, even like Division I, FCS, FBS.
Where is Miami? In Florida.
Yeah.
Oh, you're going to lose.
All the NFL teams lost. Like it's 11-0. It was 0-11 for all the football teams
And
in Florida.
Chambo.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Man.
Wow, what a bad week.
Yeah.
Our phone numbers are 800-771-1025 if you want to get through before we get out of here. What was that noise?
That was
you?
Gio.
That was me. I was just thinking of the loss. There were so many close games, like last second field goals and
It
stuff.
started when you started hanging out with Rough Shot Todd.
Yeah, probably.
It was a spiral down.
I know. I tell you, the Steelers are quietly stacking victories.
Yeah, they are.
Without like under the radar because
We're not
Russell
being quiet
Wilson
about
is
it.
actually playing well.
Yeah.
And which nobody seems to be paying attention to.
Listen,
I'm not shocked.
if anybody was ever on the fence about Mike Tomlin, which why you would be, I don't know, but I've heard Steelers fans, earlier were like, oh, we should get rid of Tomlin. Tomlin took a winning quarterback and replaced him with another quarterback because he knew he'd win more and better. Yeah, I mean, it's wild. So, by the way, Russell Wilson has played 3 games. He's already threw for more touchdowns than Pickett threw all of the last season. Yeah, so the Steelers are doing very well. And obviously their defense is unbelievable. So.
Well, good. I'm glad everybody's happy with their teams because ours stunk.
It's so close, though.
You were saying about the trailer for Mission Impossible, one of the things we spoke into existence. Another thing happened that we talked about on Friday's
We
show.
talk about celebrities and they die. If there's a celebrity that you haven't seen in a while and we bring him up on the show, he's dead 3 days later. And then on Friday's show, I was like, hey, I talked to Tom Cruise through the radio because I know he listens to the show.
Right, yeah.
I said, Tom, when are we going to get that trailer for the next Mission Impossible? And boom, it's online today and it looks really good.
Really?
Did you see it yet?
No,
the
not
trailer
yet.
looks
Not
really
yet,
good. What is the other thing?
Do you want to let him know, Gio? Since you were the one that was, I mean, we were all talking about it, but Gio was saying how much he likes them.
Out of nowhere, we talked about Simon and Garfunkel, and I'd said how Live in Central Park was one of my all-time favorite albums.
Yeah.
And now there is a news story about them getting back together and possibly in a reunion.
Oh, a tour, like a reunion tour?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, my God, that would be great. We've gotten Simon and Garfunkel back together.
Right?
Hey, let's talk about peace in the Middle East.
For real.
Don't worry, Trump's got that.
Trump's got it, yeah.
And like Garfunkel saying, I think I was wrong all these years. And, I was just, he said that he was sobbing when they met, they got back together because they talked about how they had, missed all these opportunities, even though they've performed, over the years.
Since,
But they were like saying like egos got in the way and now they're so regretful of that. And they're,
But I remember Paul Simon talking about it. Like originally what happened was Garfunkel was doing something with a movie or something. And Paul Simon was like, well, what are we doing? Like, am I just sitting here waiting for you? So he was like, all right, well, I'm just doing my own thing now.
I will tell you that personalities tend to ruin things.
Oh, sure.
Like when you look at our band, we are a bunch of different guys and we're different personalities. Josh drives me crazy sometimes. Pete drives me crazy sometimes. And the rest of you guys are all right. And like Pete's constantly noodling with his guitar and we're trying to practice. And over there. Josh is talking about vegetables white people eat at gigs. It was like sometimes it just blows my mind. I'm like, what are we doing here? And that is enough to make things break up. But I like everybody enough to be like, oh, just overlook all the baby stuff and let's just move on and let's keep doing it. So, but you get into a situation like if we're not Simon and Garfunkel. if we were putting out albums and making millions of dollars and being on the top of the charts and all that stuff, I'd go, hey, let them talk about vegetables, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
You say that, but once you get enough money, once you have enough money where you're like, I don't need to put up with this anymore. You know what I mean? That's like, they say a lot of times about fighters. There are certain fighters that become so big and they get so much money that after you have 8 million, 20 million, you don't want to be punched in the face anymore.
You don't train as hard.
You're like,
definitely don't train as hard.
I've seen athletes get paid.
Yeah.
Sure.
And we just call it getting fat.
Yeah.
But they literally get fat.
Remember how bad the Bucs sucked the year after they won the first Super Bowl? It was like they never even made it to the Super Bowl the next year. It was just terrible. And I feel like they finally got it out of their system, and they're like, all right, let's take a
lot of college football teams do that too. Like the year they win the national championship, they all come back the next year and they just don't, they underperform.
Assume they're going to win it again.
About anybody in particular?
Yeah.
Florida State. Can they suck that bad though? Florida State.
Listen,
they are
Florida State is terrible.
They just fired everybody yesterday.
They are terrible.
They fired both coordinators and their wide receivers coach, and there's probably more coming.
How does it happen that quick?
It's the transfer portal and NIL is what it is. It's you have like this max
constantly coming and going.
Well, Indiana did it the other way. They did the other way. Like nobody saw this. Nobody saw this coming.
Yeah.
Nobody saw Indiana 10-0, except for that their head coach is a maniac.
I think that's going to be the new norm in college football. Is teams can flip in one season because they're paying the kids to come there and stuff. You could put out a bunch of money and build a roster, and next thing you know, you go from irrelevant to national title contenders.
You know how it annoys me that my idiot son was doing so good in football and decided he didn't want to play anymore? He could have went to some small college and ended up making some money.
But can I say something about that?
Yeah.
And I hear people say that a lot. Well, my son could have. No, he couldn't. You know why? Because he didn't love it. Football's not something that you can do. You have to love it.
Yeah, I
if you don't love it, it's just not going to work. It's not going to work.
I can tell you that that's absolutely the truth. I mean, the fact that I'm here doing this is because I loved it, and I would be willing to do all the work that went into it.
Now, let me say this about as somebody who's done both.
Yeah,
they're not similar.
No,
this doesn't hurt at all.
No.
The other one hurts a lot.
I bet.
A lot.
Yeah. That was the other thing. And Joey was always tired, and he was like, I'm exhausted.
It sucks.
It takes all your fun.
That's the first thing I told my players. I go, everybody sit down. And I give them speeches every day. And I said, you guys are linemen. Nobody's going to hear your name. Practices are going to suck. Football's not fun for y'all. You have to love it. You have to love hitting somebody in the face or go home.
You'd make me quit.
Yes.
You would. I would be like, he's right. I don't
That's the point, though.
That is the point. You might as well quit now because you're
wasting everybody's time.
You know what a lot of kids are waiting to do? To dance and spike the ball.
Right.
How many times? How many kids get to do that?
Yeah.
Or to drop the ball on the 5-yard line as they're trying to go across. That's amazing to me, the people that drop it before they get in the end zone.
Yeah, I like to see the kids about the third day. They get this look like, this is definitely not what I signed up for.
Yeah.
And then they start to kind of just fall off.
Yeah. Oh, I have to tell you, there's this kid, Drew, that Joey played on Lute's Chiefs with when they were young. And this kid was an overweight kid that was uncoordinated. And him and Joey had never run laps before. And they both were like, we don't like this. This stinks. And I go, you'll get used to it. It'll just go. And Joey got used to it. And this kid, Drew, was like, keep working on it. Keep doing it. Drew's got a scholarship to college. He's an offensive lineman. He grew, when he aged up a little bit, he grew into being overweight, into being just gigantically, built, and stuck with it and loved it and did it right, man. That's the way to go.
Well, the unfortunate part for us, and looking, I'm proud of my kids. Sometimes, I'm proud of what they accomplished this year. Sometimes I want to wring their neck, but there's rules against that. Today we had 18 kids at practice.
Out of how many?
40.
Wow.
And we have a championship week.
Wow.
Against playoffs the Boca Ciega, who we can beat.
Yeah.
And then we get a chance to go against Jefferson again, who we'd love to hit again. Jefferson's a good football team. I think if we play our game, we can beat them. But we had 18 kids out of 40 today. So half of my linemen aren't there. And
Carmen,
we're trying to teach
what is going on, Carmen?
Chad honestly said that we talked about it this weekend. A lot of it is some of the kids moved recently. Some of the kids switched parental guidance, basically, and they just don't have the right. So you got
kids dealing with other stuff outside of.
But they don't have school today, okay?
They don't have school today.
If you're a senior and you don't come to a practice the week of maybe the last game of your life.
Right.
I don't understand that. Like, what else? They just slept in.
What'd you work for?
What did you do? Like, I don't get that.
Like Chad was up at the school all weekend long, Saturday and Sunday, just doing stuff, and he invited the whole team. Hey, I'm going to be up at this school. If you guys want to come watch videos or do ice baths or any type of little training, I'm going to be up there doing this. Everything's open. 5 people showed up each day.
But you know what? You see who those people are.
Yeah, but again, you're in the first district playoff game that you've been in 5 or 6 years, and you have 5 people showing up. That tells me 5 people care out of 40.
Yeah.
You need the whole team to care. You're not making it to round 2 with
Bring
5
5 sandwiches
people.
next time, Carmen.
Right.
Let them fight it out.
Well,
But that's what I'm saying. You know, but
I think they should have a new award of Team Mom of the Year and called the Carmen Award.
Wait.
Yeah.
No, I'm being serious
Seriously.
about that.
Somebody that really helps out. I mean, Carmen, basically, you're doing the equivalent of your head coach without the football.
I mean, I really helped Chad out, and he loves it, and this is what he wants to do, and he wants to be successful at it. And unfortunately, at Chamberlain, like, he doesn't have the complete staff or like the things that he needs behind him to do that.
Right.
So I just feel like, basically, honestly, like this year, it was Chad, Ian, and myself.
Yeah.
And then you had a couple people in and out, dabbling, helping, but no like real hands-on. And Ian, he owns a business, so he's not even able to be there as much as Chad or I am. And I'm only able to do it because of the timing of this job and how close I live to the school. But honestly, this whole season, it was Chad. Ian, and myself. But as far as football, Chad, you know what I mean? So that's why I'm just like, I have the time and I have the ability, and he wants to be successful and I want him to be successful. So that's what it takes to be.
You know what bugs me though?
What?
You're not stupid anymore.
What?
Somebody on Instagram pointed out, whatever happened to the I Might Be Wrongs. Carmen used to do those and they were hilarious. And I was like, yeah, they were great. What happened? She got smart. She graduated from college. She became like a woman now. And although still a little dense, it's not
everyone is
dumb as she used to be.
Well, thank you. I'll take that as a compliment.
Although
I guess.
I'd be willing to try and cut some new ones if you'd be interested in it.
I am not.
Okay.
That's the second time today Mike said he misses old Carmen.
Yeah, exactly.
Did I say that before?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
The picture was old me.
Oh,
and-
no.
When she was pretty.
No, I love new Carmen.
When she was pretty.
Hey, we got
when
phone
she
calls,
was
guys.
dumb.
Yeah.
Mike Calta Show, good morning.
Morning, guys. I was just calling because as I was pulling in, I heard somebody talk about Mission Impossible.
Yes.
Because I know everybody's been telling me to go look at the trailer, but then I found out that the trailer that's all over the internet right now is 100% fake.
Nope. That's
Did
not
you get
true.
duped?
No, I got the trailer off Tom Cruise's official Instagram put it out.
Oh, okay, because Paramount said they're not releasing it until November 15th.
Nope, it's out and it's good. It looks great, and the scenes that they have in there you couldn't even fake if you wanted to. It's on there, and it comes out in May of 2025. So that's when the next movie will be out. Thank you for the heads up, sir, but you're wrong. I appreciate it. I assume this is Medicine Man.
Hey, what's up, Mike Calta, Medicine Man?
Now, Medicine Man, I can't have you curse, but I do want you to tell me about the robocallers that you've been getting.
Too many of them. It's always from different numbers. It's always maximize your Medicare, and I always blow them off. I don't know how to block this damn number.
Don't block it. The best thing you could do is talk to them. Do you imagine what their day is like when they're trying to talk to him?
Oh, yeah.
It's not even a person. It's AI.
Oh, you got the AI? Then you just hang up on him.
Yeah.
No.
It's a fake callers, too.
Yeah, I got it.
I had a nice
And
text
you can hear the
exchange.
people in the background, too, because I got speakerphone.
All right.
I'm pretty sneaky at this stuff.
All right. Thank you.
I had a nice text exchange with somebody who said that I was hired for a job.
Oh, yeah, I got those too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It said, congratulations, Fred. Your resume was hired. I don't know what that means. Whatever, but please show up to the company on Monday.
Oh, the company.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
I told them I could not make it Monday because I was in Reno with my friend who is named Randy, and he's a lion trainer, and we did a bunch of cocaine. So
That's exactly what I do. My wife goes, "Why do you talk to them?" I go, "Because they're annoying me. I want to annoy them back."
Yeah,
That's all. And I have the free time, unlike most people.
Never talk.
I wanted to play some audio, but I feel like I'm just going to wait till tomorrow with it. It really bugged me. Spanish did his stupid Sad Weirdo show over the weekend, and I listened to audio, and I have to tell you, I want to punch Shark in the face. Not even Spanish.
Really?
Shark? Yeah.
I have it.
What do you do?
I have it too. Oh, all right. Are we going to play it now?
Yeah, you have to. You can't talk about it and not
Go
play
ahead.
it.
You have the audio.
You want me to play it?
Go ahead and play it. Yeah.
Okay.
When I take ownership of my responsibility, it puts me in a place where now I see a little bit clearer,
Carmen,
on how to
when I tell you to pause it, okay?
Okay.
All right, go ahead.
navigate this next step in whatever that thing is in that moment. Does that make kind of some sense or no?
It does make sense. Yeah, it definitely makes sense.
Pause it.
Yeah, because you can't.
The video is up on YouTube, and I got to tell you, Spanish is picking his face constantly through the entire thing. He is picking his face like he is, I don't know what it is or what he's suffering from, but he is in bad shape. Go ahead.
Change anything that you can't control.
True.
So you have to take ownership of it. You know, I know, one of the things that I learned from this past week is that even if it may get seen as me being dumb or not knowing what's going on, I need to just double check and cover my ass with everything, whether it's said on air or off air. Because I that's the only way I'm going to be able to stay on top of stuff like this. Where it is my fault. I did not. Mike had asked me to do something. He asked me to do something on air, and normally, to my perception has always been, if it's something serious, he'll tell me off the air. But if he just mentions it on air, I don't know if it's something that he really wants or if it's just something he's saying for the live spot that he's doing. Right. But now I know moving forward that I just need to just assume that everything is real, just to cover my own ass.
Yeah, and I think there's a CYA part of that, just cover your ass part of that. I don't know about that show or any show on this radio station.
Pause.
From what I'm about to.
Rewind that a little bit and play that again, where he talks about not knowing this show or any show on the station.
Okay.
For my own ass.
Yeah, and I think there's a CYA part of that, just cover your ass part of that. I don't know about that show or any show on this radio station.
Pause.
From
he doesn't know about this show that he's the program director of. That he was the program director for years of this show. You don't know about this show?
Yeah.
How dare you? How dare you? Go ahead.
What I'm about to say. But I can tell you how I view things.
Okay.
This show, even though it's only 2 hours on a Saturday, is very, very important to me.
Just you.
Okay. As the host of this show, having you on board, I think you and I have a good rapport. I think you and I have
two losers.
Again, we're just basically out of the honeymoon phase, so we're still kind of getting to know each other and the show and the content. But I do demand excellence. And I have a relentless pursuit for excellence.
Pause! When has he ever demanded? He doesn't even wear shoes. When has he demanded excellence from everything? He is on a 2-hour show on Saturdays after he oh, Jesus Christ. When has he ever demanded excellence from anything? He's a little hippie. His wife pushes him around.
I in the time that I knew him, I did not see him demanding excellence.
No, I didn't even see him ask for a little excellence.
He's talking about his show, what he's doing.
Yeah, but
he demands from himself.
But you can't demand excellence. I demand excellence.
Yeah.
Okay. We're not always going to get it, but I want it. But that's everything. That's in everything.
Right.
I can't be like, well, just on this show I demand excellence, but in my other show I don't care.
I think he's being taken a little out of context. I listened to the whole clip.
All right, keep playing.
And he does start off as saying, I've got nothing but respect for that show. I don't know how it operates internally.
I didn't hear that part yet.
I think as somebody who's been in radio for a long time and understands situations, to be on a Saturday show and paying for it, it's a hard place to be talking about excellence. For me.
Yeah,
it's a tough place. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Demanding excellence.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Carmen.
That's my own personal work ethic, So if you were to screw up, I would be like, dude, I demand excellence. And that's what I expect, because it's the greatest gift we can give the listeners of this radio show is something really amazing. I have no idea if that's how Mike is wired or not. But if you of yourself demand excellence, then you'll always be in the right. You'll always do the thing that you need to do. And dude,
Joe, you writing this down?
Things happen. And like I said, it's a radio show. So there's still a little bit of the acting. There's still a little bit of the presence. You are a character. Whereas I think in this show and what I'm trying to do with Let's Get Real.
What characters are on this show?
Is I just want Anthony to roll in every day.
Yeah. I mean, and you're right. I do need to, in situations, because like I said, I think I do a good job. I know I'm human. I know I make mistakes,
as we all are.
So I'm not going to get everything right all the time. But I do know that Mike does demand excellence, and I do know how terrible I feel when I feel like I've let him down.
Yeah. It's a human thing.
Yeah, and I know that I do need to get much better at not taking some of that stuff home, because it does affect me, for weeks on end. Sometimes.
Let's not do that.
Yeah.
And I think that gets to the root of how do you let go? How do you not allow people to get to you? And I'm not saying that Mike gets to you or whatever, but for me in my own situation, in my own clients, how do I keep them from getting to me?
You know how you do that? You be better.
Yeah.
I like what Spanish said, though. I like what Spanish said because the victim, I don't like the victim thing.
But that is his way of being the victim, is to claim he's not the victim. You don't know the difference between what I tell you on air and off. What he's saying is, like, if I say to you, if I'm doing a live spot for Shark Coast Tactical and I say, oh, Saturday, Suppressor Fest, we should go there. Let's go there on Saturday. That's not write it down. Now I said it, we're going on Saturday. Okay. It's saying, hey, later on, hey, are we going to do that? Do you want to go there? But if I say something to you, if I say you have to call engineering about that, or you have to be there Saturday at 3:00, like one of the last things I asked Spanish to do for me, I said, hey, I need you to go to Bob Murray's and pick up a printer that he has. Do you think you have time to do that? And he said, yeah, no problem. Will it fit in my car? I said, it should fit in the backseat of your car. He's like, yeah, no problem. Then later that day, Bob Murray called me. No Spanish, never came by. Never heard anything. And I was like, okay.
Like, didn't call? Just
didn't call, didn't
no
come
call,
by,
no
nothing.
show.
Yeah. Now, the Spanish the next day, I said, hey, what? He goes, yeah, I didn't have time. I'm going to go today and get it this week. And I was like, okay, that's weird that he didn't tell me he wasn't going to go. But he also isn't my slave, and he was doing me a favor to go get it. So if he's going to go the next day, that'd be great. Never got it. I never brought it up again. I just told Bob, forget it. I'm not coming to get it. We're not going to get it. It was,
I haven't got a chance to talk to Spanish since this all happened. I texted back and forth a few times. I'd like to talk to him. Maybe he doesn't want to talk to me because I laid it straight to him the first time. I said, don't do the victim thing. Don't do that. Okay?
Yeah.
You have to work on you. And I'll probably do the same thing this time. But it's so far after. I don't even know you have to talk about this. You know what I mean? You just go forward and let's get better going forward.
Right.
You don't have to go backwards.
No.
You don't have to rehash stuff.
I do want to say this. Like I've said it a bunch of times. I'm going to say it again. I don't hate Spanish. I don't. I'm glad that he has a place here on the radio station that he still did. I hope he can parlay that into something on his own. Maybe do his own show somewhere on the weekends or something like that. That's fine with me. I fully support that. And I'm not like, I allowed him to stay here. I didn't want him on the show because I didn't trust him anymore. And I feel like our bond has been broken, and that's it. Other than that, he's still an asset. You know what I mean? He's still good for the station. He's still when he's in good shape, good. So I do hope. I'm telling you right now, I don't know that if I'm driving on a Saturday and that show comes on, I'm not going to not call into it one day. I really don't. I feel like if I'm listening to it and I hear them and that comes up or something like that, I'm going to call and I'm certainly going to yell at Shark.
Well, why would you be listening? Because you know nothing about excellence.
He's trying to learn, Ian. He's trying to learn.
Do you know, I think that I listen to the station more than anybody in the building.
I believe it.
Not more than me.
Yeah.
Not
more than you?
Because I listen to your show for 4 hours.
That's true.
So you know what I mean?
I almost never listen.
Same.
I listen a lot.
Yeah. I listen a lot.
I don't listen to Roger and JP because I'm not near a radio at that time. I'm usually still in this room, you know. I don't. I do listen to Drew, like when I'm out in Carline and all that stuff. I get an idea what's going on. I listen to Mo's show when I can, and Johnny's probably a little too late for me, but I do hear it when I hear it. You know, I feel like I have a good pull. Like I had to send a text saying this weekend I heard the wrong commercial running to somebody. Like I hear it, I know what's going on. I heard a spot that was wrong, and I had to send them a text and say there's an outdated spot running. I don't know who.
Somebody's got to do
all I know is they'd be yelling at me if it was my fault, for sure.
Really?
Whatever. I'm not going to say names.
No.
Certainly not
I love
that
you to
name.
death.
Yeah. I got to go to the building
lady.
this week.
Yeah, you do.
Don't we have to go there?
Yeah.
All right, we gotta end the show. I gotta pee so bad it's ridiculous.